Hi.
Happy Monday, everybody. Real Spicy Radio. We're back today.
Hi.
I hope everyone's having a good Monday. It's gloomy out. It's raining. It's wet. Some people like this kind of weather. Some people don't.
I love
You
it.
like
I love it.
I love it when I'm able to be home
Trench
and just
coat
I
weather.
can cuddle all day, watch TV, eat whatever I want. That's when I love it. Not when I have to be out in it.
I get
But yes.
that. Yeah.
Happy Monday. Ashley, the CEO and founder of Real Spicy Radio.
I'm Patricia, the COO of Real Spicy Radio.
I am Shantia Lee. I am project manager and developer here at Real Spicy Radio. And I am co-founder of Rise Radio NYC, 57 Graham Avenue, where we are right now. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Shanti just
Hey,
got
Rich.
back from a vacation.
back.
Oh,
And
yeah.
her energy, her after vacation energy, her afterglow is on point.
It's so
today.
nice.
I'm
I'm
just
making
so
the
jealous.
case
This is what I needed.
that if everyone wants me to be just specially lovely and myself, that I need to go away
You
quarterly.
have to
Yes.
force you away.
I
need to
agree.
manifest that
I'm with you on
because
that.
I
babe.
feel so good.
I'm glad you feel
So
good. You
good, so
definitely
good.
So
needed
where'd
a
you
vacation.
go? You gotta tell us about your trip.
I will. That's part of the show, right?
Yes.
I'm
We got a
sorry.
little.
I'm sorry. I
Segmente.
jumped the gun.
I'm going to
I wanna
talk about
know.
travel in the pandemic too.
Go ahead. Tell me.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So I went.
I want to get in the mood like you right now.
Yes. All right. So let me tell you what happened. We went to JFK. The flight was expensive because we were going to Florida. It should be $40, but that's not what happened. It was $1,000, but we had points, right? So whatever. Points are good. You should get a credit card, build your credit, be smart, and get points so that you can use it towards travel. And so then we did that, but they didn't even cover that much stuff because I just started getting the points.
Okay.
So we basically went. It was quite expensive, and it was fine though. We deserved it. We worked for a long time, and we didn't
Definitely
do anything.
deserved
Yeah.
it.
So I went with that mind state. This is the first trip I've ever been on where I felt like I worked a lot and I really deserved it, and I wasn't guilty. Like I was leaving, like I knew that my team was great and that everybody was okay and that we were all kind of just in a really good place, and I needed to just take my mind away because I was foggy. So we go to JFK and we get there. It's fine. No one's there. It's like fabulous. So check-in's a breeze. There's nobody on the line. We get through. Get on the plane, whole row each of us has. So we sleep 2 hours and 25 minutes. We wake up, we're
What
there.
airline
That's the
did you go?
best.
JetBlue.
JetBlue.
JetBlue's
okay.
the best, honestly.
Okay.
I will say
I
it.
like JetBlue.
JetBlue, I've had some real bad issues with, but I think it's more about the people you get.
It's a lover
Flight
hate.
attendants
Yeah,
like are
with
so hit or miss.
JetBlue.
But we had great experiences this whole time with all the flight attendants. Everybody was super helpful. It was I didn't feel uncomfortable. Everybody was spaced out. There were not many people on the flights. We get there. Sunny, sunny, sunny. Straight to the pool, straight to the beach. And I just was so grateful. And we just chilled and drank, me and my boyfriend. And we got away. We both worked really hard. And we were just like chilling hard. Like I have not chilled in years, I realized. Like I've been away, never chilled. So then it was sunny the whole time. And the last day it rained. As we were leaving to the airport. No.
Well, that's a good
After
thing.
that's
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
every moment that
It
we
helped
could have
you,
been in
like,
the
get
sun.
ready
I have
for
one
this?
story I have to tell you.
That's a good thing.
This is the best part of the trip, kind of.
Okay.
Besides, no, actually, it wasn't the best part. We went like beautiful dinner, whatever. But the craziest shit to me was when I lost my ear pod, and I was like, oh my god, my ear pods. I don't want to buy more ear pods. My sister bought me these. I love these ear pods.
Aw.
So I lose the ear pod for a whole day and a half. Hey, Prince. I lose it for a whole day and a half. I go upstairs. I only have one ear pod. I'm like, you know what? The universe will bring the ear pod back to me. It must be in this
Yeah.
apartment. Bitches, my loves. I go to the beach. Not the next day. 2 days later, it has rained. We didn't go the next day because it rained. 2 days later, the tide has moved. The cabanas are gone. There was cabanas. The storm pulled the cabanas away. Guess what? I'm there for an hour. I walk, I look down, and my one ear pod is on the fucking floor in front of my toe.
What? In the sand?
I swear to God, I cannot make this up.
the fuck?
Jay was like, is that, I gasped, and Jay was like, what is it? And I was like, Jay, look. He was like, what the fuck? Like, Jay never indulges my spiritual, like, this is meant to be moments, but I'm like, this is the
But when it
fucking
happens
ear
in front of
pod.
him, yeah.
Wow.
He was like, shit. So I take it upstairs, and I'm like, I wonder if it works. Put in the charger, clean that shit up. It works.
Really?
Arguably
Wow.
better. The right side now.
Oh, see, I wish that would happen to me. I lost one of Jeremy's AirPods, and I feel bad. I'm like, I wonder if I could just buy one.
You can. I looked it up.
You can?
I looked it up.
Okay,
I didn't know
well, then
that,
that's good to
but
know. Then I owe
That's
him
so
one.
perfect, though. It was
Isn't
meant
that
to
crazy?
be.
So that was like, that
Yeah.
is like the trip. It was like that.
Carolina has a question for you.
What is that?
She said, how early did you get to the airport? Was boarding still 2 to 3 hours early? I guess because
No.
we're in a pandemic.
I boarded 20 minutes before the flight.
Same.
And- but
When I
where'd
went to
you go? You
Tulum
were-
and Puerto Rico,
Yeah, it
same
was
thing.
like chill.
But you're going to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is that
Yeah.
like the difference sometimes too? If like you're going like to like another country versus
No, because I
like-
went to Mexico and it was like 20 minutes.
No,
Oh,
I think it's
wow.
just like at the beginning it was
The
like
airports
that.
are dead though right now.
okay.
It was dead. The
They're
industry
so
is hurting.
dead. There's people
And that's
traveling,
also
but
why
it's
the
dead.
tickets were so expensive.
Exactly.
Because like in order to get the cheap flights, they wanted us to take like, go
Like
to
3
this
flights to
place
get
to
there.
Charlotte, and I'm like, that's
yeah.
not relaxing.
The cheaper flights are the flights that are not nonstop, and the ones that are like the
Right.
red eye or the
Yeah.
first 6 a.m. crack of dawn.
That's what
Yeah.
we did too. We left at
Yeah.
8 in the morning, and then we left to get there. So we beach day, and then we spent the whole beach day and left at like.
But how was
8
it out
o'clock at
there? Were
night.
people out? Were people
Well, where
out
we were,
kicking
there
it?
was nobody there.
Okay.
Like because it was just private. It was
Okay.
nice, so there was no one there the whole time.
I love that.
Um,
I love having shit to myself.
Yeah, it was really like it was a blessing because I've been on a lot of trips where I took a lot of connecting flights and trains and shit. And this is the
No.
first trip. Like it just wasn't even like that.
Okay.
And it was
That's
very
great.
nice.
I wanna go
and I'm
away
really
again
grateful.
so
I cried
bad.
the whole time. I kept crying. You
Happy
know when
tears.
you know how when I'm really happy I just cry?
Yeah.
I cried on the way back the whole flight. Like Jay was like, "You need to chill." I was
But
like,
it
"I'm
was
so
so
happy." He's like, "Just be happy." I'm like, "Ah."
That's so cute though.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that, I think.
I have to say,
No,
you needed
you're grateful and you're
a
happy.
vacation. You
Yeah.
needed a vacation.
Yeah, I was
very
going
bad.
out.
And I know
Extreme
that feeling
gratitude.
too. I'm
I love
someone
you.
who I can't
You
function
needed one too when you
if
went.
I don't get time to myself.
Yeah.
If I don't get time to myself, I cannot function right. So
Yeah. It was a blessing. I was like,
And I don't feel guilty
so
traveling during the
good.
pandemic. Do you?
no,
I don't.
because I mean, I took all the precautions because I know it's at stake. Like that was why we chose this trip. We like planned the trip very like around that, like
Strategically,
to make
too.
sure that we weren't going to be
Yeah.
around people. We
Right.
didn't see anybody. Like
And
we
two,
went
you stayed
to
in
a
a private
restaurant and
house.
did not see anybody but 2 people.
That's
so
good.
you know,
That's
it was
good.
just like about planning. I got really like I've never
Yeah.
planned a trip like
Yeah.
I've planned this trip.
That's good though. I love planning shit. I love to do everything.
Yeah, you
planned.
do. I think you
I
got
was
into
just
you got
telling
into
my
my
friend
head. I
that.
think it was you that made this happen. I was
Yay,
like
good.
really thinking in a
That's
different
good.
perspective.
I love to have a positive influence on my friends.
you are,
I
that
love
you are
that.
positive on me.
So, hello, happy Monday. We're back. I'm so excited Shanti had a vacation. I love vacations. I hope all of you guys make time before the year is over to go on vacation. It's been a wild 2020.
No, Carolina, but I did. Sorry.
It's okay. Hi, Caro, our loyal OG Spicy Girl fan. Like she's
Love you so
on every
much.
episode, and I love you so much for that.
We love you to death. Like
Yes.
I can't wait to see you.
We're gonna get into some fishbowl questions, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna get into some topics. Let's take our shot first, because I keep smelling it.
Which
so
one is
I need to
mine?
take it.
No. Oh, we have these. You like tequila?
I like.
There's a lot of whiskey on the table.
Okay, good. And then we'll
all
have a
right.
glass
Yo,
of
shout out to
champagne.
Quinn holding it down.
this one.
Quinn, I've
Thank
known for
you.
years since
Me too.
high school.
Well, I don't know him since high school, but
Just
I know him.
met
I
him,
do.
but I
I'm
wanna
younger
hear-
than y'all, that's why I
I
was
want to
still in
hear all
high
the
school.
stories from him about you, Sean.
He's just gonna tell you I was fat.
Cheers.
Stop! No.
Cheers.
You wouldn't. Cheers! Cheers! Real
Cheers.
spicy.
You guys forgot to look at each other in the eyes.
It's hard to. My eyes are googly right now.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
I have no peripheral.
Wow.
With my big glasses on.
Guys, my after shot face is crazy. I'm sorry.
I think that's my plan to actually look back on all of our videos and just get after shot faces from everyone.
That would be a good meme.
That would be really funny.
I have a really. I
Maybe
can when
good
I want
mashup.
to. I could just not make a face because I practiced for years. Because I'll be at the bars like working. I'll be like, make your fucking face.
Totally fine.
I'm good at it, but not today.
Ugh. All right. So this question we've done before. We got to
Okay.
work on
Yeah,
getting
you gotta
those
toss
questions
that.
out of there.
Yeah, we got to throw them
Yes.
away.
It's the drinking. We seem to forget to do these things after. So, what is the meanest thing that a friend has ever done to you?
Oh my God.
Ooh.
The meanest thing. people have done pretty mean things to me before, not just one.
But is it like a friend that you're still friends with, or a friend that like it was so mean that you're like, fuck that?
When I heard the question, I just thought
Yeah.
of answering it in a way where it was like someone who's no longer my friend.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that
You
would
can
have to
answer
be
it.
like. I think the worst thing is probably
I had
someone
two
you would have to
crazy
qualify as someone that you can't fuck with in the future, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the meanest thing, damn, and I'm thinking about that. You asked that, and I'm realizing I'm a very forgiving person because
Yeah,
a
same
lot of
here.
the mean things that are coming up in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, these people are still in my life.
Yeah, some people are still around, and you're like, wait, well, we were like 16 or something.
That was probably
you know,
a
like-
moment of reflection for me that I needed.
Sorry.
So I gotta go home and
I
do
just
some
dropped
thinking.
that bomb.
It's all good, thank you. But the meanest thing that a friend has done to me, just to name something and pass it along. Leave me in the middle of a fight. I had a friend who left me.
A fist fight?
Basically, I was sitting on my friend's stoop. We were hanging out at my friend's house, sitting on the
old were
stoop,
you?
and this girl came. There's a huge story behind it, but this girl came, walked up to me, and we started fighting. And again, I'm in front of my friend's stoop, and my friend who lives there left.
She just like went inside and
As
like
soon
left
as,
you.
No, she didn't even go inside. She left. Like she took a walk, and left me there fighting.
That's
Yeah,
like extra fucked up.
Get
Yes.
the fuck out of here.
I swear.
That's really.
And
mean.
I'm still cool with the
It's
bitch.
not
So
funny.
I'm not gonna say her name, but that was really shady. I would never do that to my friends. But
That's
it's all
crazy.
good. I guess everyone's not a fighter. You know, some people are scared and
That's
shit.
so funny. I go back, like when I think about that, I go back to in like this time when I first started in Catholic school. I was in 5th grade. I went to public school till 4th grade, and then 5th to the end of high school to college, I was in Catholic school.
Okay.
So when I first got to Catholic school, I was like super like myself. I was chill. My nails were all rainbow, different colors.
Cute.
I thought I was killing it. Like in my old school,
You
like
probably
I
were,
was the
bitch.
most chill kid in
Yeah.
my old school. And then I get to this new school and everybody don't fuck with me. And this is where actually I met like Joey. Oh, sorry. Ooh, that's the name you shall not mention. But anyway, it's all
it's
love.
all
But
good.
4 years old, my best friend for years. But anyway, it wasn't even him that did the mean thing. But the girls there, they were so fucking mean because I knew Joey before, so he was like my only friend, so we were
Okay.
chill. But the girls hated me, all of them. And I will never forget, I went to Francine Lounce's house for her birthday party, and
Francine?
Francine Lounce, my friend, we were friends for
Okay.
years after, and we're still cool. But this is the meanest thing. She was mean, Francine. We were both mean. I was mean too. After this, I became a mean girl as well. And I was a mean girl till 8th grade, and then I really woke up. But anyway, and I found the Lord Jesus Christ. And I went to church a lot, but in high school. But anyway, listen, I'm talking to myself. They fucking we were getting our hair braided, and everybody got their hair braided, and they get to me, and the sister's like, Shanti has lice! And they fucking kicked me out, and I go to school the next day, and they called me, and they sent me home. And then guess what? Didn't have lice. I was so tight.
Oh my god.
I was
so they try to make you seem like the dirty
so
kid.
tight. I think I
That's
still have
fucked
issues
up.
because of that. So that was
That's
in
not nice.
that was in
Francine,
5th grade.
that was not
That was
nice.
not nice. But we were friends for years. But she tortured me for the whole middle school. She tortured us.
If we're talking about like that time in our
That
lives,
shit that's the meanest shit because grown-ups don't do mean shit if
I
they're
probably shouldn't even disclose this,
I
but there
don't
was
have
a
my-
girl that I grew up with
Yeah.
in my neighborhood. We went to school together, obviously, when we were little. And she used to force me to kiss her.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, like in public?
No.
Wait,
we
was
were
she older than
babies.
you?
We were kids.
Yeah,
No,
I
we were
mean,
the same
I
age.
think
saying
girls.
it's
I
super
think
mean to
all
be,
girls
like,
did
embarrassed?
shit
And
like
then
that.
if I didn't do something that she would tell me to do, she'd be like, "I'm gonna tell your mom that you kissed me." Like
Oh
really?
my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
No, no,
That's
that's
not okay.
terrible. Where did
That's-
she
that
learn
was
that?
Maybe that traumatized me, but no, that's
That's
not the reason
fucked
why
up.
I'm gay.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
thought
like they
about it.
tortured you
Not the
into
reason.
doing it.
No,
I thought about that, but I
No.
don't think so either.
definitely not. But
I
that was a traumatizing.
When I was a
experience.
little girl, like I never experienced with boys. It's all little girls. I think they all just like are
We
kissing.
all-
I think all little girls are just kissing and doing weird shit because
Not
I was.
me, but I
You weren't? Oh no.
I
Nope,
wasn't.
not me.
But at the same time,
Maybe
like
I was little.
I don't
like
see the harm in
I only
have never kissed a girl.
it. No, I have, but
Oh,
not
okay.
when I
Okay,
was a
see?
child.
That's- okay.
no, I've only
Yeah,
kissed
like it
girls as
wasn't
a
like
child.
a kid thing.
Oh, okay.
I never
Yeah.
kissed a girl after my my adolescence. Like it's only when I was little.
Well, I've kissed girls for a while, I guess. But that's not even the topic
Like,
right now.
since
That's not the
1988.
topic. So what's the meanest thing someone's done to you, like a friend of yours?
For me, a friend, I don't know. Like, I've never had like anything directly mean done to me ever. Like, I don't think.
I think what your friend did with the last thing was
Unless I
mean.
like blocked it out because it was so scarring.
You probably did.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, some girls were really nasty. Like, yeah, they would try to like make me feel bad about myself. But like, I never had like a real like mean moment of just like, look at that fucking asshole. Like,
I did.
I didn't have that.
I've had plenty.
But
Oh my
every
God.
time I
I
would
used to have
make,
bitches prank call me when I was
Yo,
like,
me
a
too.
baby,
Yo,
all
did
the
you
time.
remember when the girls used to make the fake
well,
MySpace
if it's not-
pages?
if it's not a friend,
How many
I
fake
do have a
MySpace
story.
pages did you have?
I guess that's a good
it's
I
classification.
feel like
not a
Ashley
friend.
had mad fake MySpace pages. I only had two.
No, the only time I ever even got into the world of creating a page to spy, because
No. Someone made them of you. No?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I had two. I'm sure you had a lot.
Fake profiles.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay,
Like-
that happens to me a lot. It just
Still?
happened to me recently. I posted it on my Instagram.
You think I got one?
Someone
Yeah.
made an Instagram, and
I hope I have
the
What's
photos were
her
of
babies?
Jeremy, of my kids.
with her babies too.
And
It
the
was so
bio
weird.
said like divorced woman or some shit.
What?
Yes.
I
People
want
are
one.
crazy on the
so
internet. Okay?
wild. Yeah. I
Yo,
only
y'all
have stories
motherfuckers
of
be
people who are,
bugging. I love
not
it.
my fucking
For
friends.
real, that's so crazy.
You are the fucking. You guys keep it moving. The crazies
Come
out
on,
there.
babe. Question.
yeah.
I
No,
wanna
they
see.
really
That
do
was a
keep the
good
machine
question.
working without
That
the
was a good
craziness. Like, y'all bugging.
Yeah, the only person who really like tried to fuck with me was someone who wasn't my friend. But
Somebody
she-
said I had mad
Yeah.
fake profiles.
Oh, it
She-
had to be a friend. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. But she literally.
I had a friend who hooked up with my girlfriend.
I've never in my life. Not that I found out about, because everyone knows what would happen.
I
to
was
them.
19, so I really just, it was a long time ago.
My
That
one
shit happens now, I'm
boyfriend
gonna
that ever
murder
cheated on
you.
me, and I found out
It's
to
over.
this day. No, to this day. Fucking sees me in the street, sees somebody in the street that knows me. I've never seen this person again. I swear to God. Everybody.
You're so animated. I love it.
Very tight.
I could watch you all day. I'm like watching you over
my
here. I'm like,
God.
this is so adorable.
Nobody has seen the wrath of Shanti like dudes that get in my fucking way.
Me too.
That fucking try me.
I be thinking I'm a
I
dude
swear to God, I could
when I
see
argue.
everything from a mile away.
Me too.
Same, but I think that's why I was just like not friends with anyone who did me like that dirty.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
there
I
were
learned
girls
at a
that were
young
just like,
age.
We
I-
might be friends, and then
You know
went
why
south.
I'm forgiving, just before you go into the next question, because I think people need to hear this. I am forgiving because I believe that we're all human. And
Yeah.
I feel like when people make mistakes or do something to hurt you, it speaks more for them than it
Yeah.
does you.
Oh,
So
for
all
sure.
these bitches in my life
Yeah.
who've done fucking whack shit to me and I'm cool with you, we follow each other on Instagram and I show you love, like
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
But that's not, like,
get
my
that, But it's
approach.
totally different than like someone like me who would be like, oh, I see this happening a mile away. Like I just don't let that in as much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like not letting it in as much. has
100%.
helped
That's
avoid
more
me.
my approach. I
Yeah.
think you're a scale where my approach is
Yeah.
like something happens. I don't care how close you are to me unless you're
Yeah.
my family or like someone like really tight with me.
Like I can't get rid of
you. Yeah. And I'm very forgiving with the people that are my immediate life. There's nothing really you can do. Like if I can understand you, you know? Like if I have you close to me, I understand you. And if you're not close to me, it's because I don't understand you. And
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
realized that about myself on this trip. So the people around me, it's like I can understand it. Because I've had so many experiences in the world where it's like, if I don't, like where I haven't vibed with a person and I should have just followed my intuition. But yeah, I guess like my approach is just like, it just disappears. And I've had this gift, like it's ever since the first time I hurt somebody so bad that they didn't talk to me again. My friend, it wasn't even a boyfriend, he was my friend and I was an asshole to him. And he fucking said, I'm never talking to you again. And to this day, we were 20. He still has not talked to me. And I deserved it because I was bugging and I was like, it was a different time, I was young. But from that, the way it affected me, I took that and I was like, oh, that's my fucking power play. And so it's worked for me. Obviously, it doesn't work in everything because I'm kind of avoidant with like some things. Like I just would rather it disappear than
Yeah.
like fix a relationship sometimes.
Yeah, same though.
So it's
it
not
depends if
the
it's
best
worth it. Yeah.
but you've helped me actually say no, bitch. Like you're not gonna push me away because we're building something and we love each other. And
Yeah.
so
Well,
yeah, it's
this
interesting.
is different than
No, it's way
other-
different, but I'm just talking about
yeah.
friends in general. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about like there are people that I love, and I'm just like, I can't deal with you, and you can't really have a place in my life.
Sometimes you have to
because-
love people from far, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
And it's
that's
sometimes
most
I
of
worry it's
my
a little too easy for me.
relationships, though.
yeah.
And
I'm getting
sometimes
to
I
that
do
point.
it and it pains me. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I just find myself doing it and I don't want to. But
Yeah.
that's very rare. That's like
Yeah.
family, you know? But
Yeah.
you always have to fix shit like that. And I think
for
that if
sure.
I'm feeling that, that's because it's wrong. But most people, if they like, I'm like, yo, you don't exist.
Right.
Yeah,
And
I
same
mean,
here,
it
though.
depends to me,
on
I
how,
guess,
like,
too.
how-
But if
how
it's
they
somebody-
hate you.
but
Because
remember-
if they like really come at you in a certain way, you may be like, all right, well, we can kind of resolve this or we can get it past this. But after like a long period of time of them doing something, or if
Yeah.
it's something that's just like way too deep that
It's
just
true.
hits you the wrong way, or like that's disgusting, like that, like we should
Yeah.
be further than that, especially when
Yeah.
you're friends for a long time.
Yeah, and in being abstract, if you take it like even further, the energy of it, like
Yeah.
if I had a situation with you and it's not resolved in my head, I can't fake it for you.
Yeah.
Because energetically that shit is draining me.
Yeah.
And it's just a nature law. Like it's a law of nature. Like if I feel a certain type of way about you, I can't actually have you in my reality
Right.
in a way unless I'm willing to do the work to figure that out.
Yeah.
And if
And
I'm
usually
not,
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
So I guess we all agree.
Yeah,
in a
I
way.
mean, yeah, I
But I can't deal with it.
you're saying that, and I'm just thinking as you speak or whatever, and I'm just like, you know, I am a very forgiving person, but I am also someone who's been able to be like, if the energy isn't right, like I just cannot. I'm more forgiving when it comes to people who have been in my life, family,
Right.
close friends, but like just general people, once I don't have like a good vibe, and I have a really, really good intuition, and I follow
Yeah,
it
you
all
do.
the time, and when I have that intuition of like, this is not a good vibe for
Yeah.
me, or this is
Yeah.
not what I need in my life right now, which is half the time which is why I'm not open to like new friends, you know?
I mean, I am. I love new. Oh, yeah, exactly. I am
yeah,
because
but
of
it's a
like
gut feeling.
certain things, and like a lot of people I've met
Yeah.
here. It's just I think a discernment that I've learned.
Yeah.
And actually, at the first call, like at the first, so I was gonna say like to take again a step further. I also
Yeah.
don't burn bridges. If I don't like you,
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm gonna say fuck you.
Same
Yeah.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Doesn't
be
mean I
like,
want to
I
hang
just
out.
don't really want to deal with you. Maybe I'll put you on mute.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe I just act like you like, you know, like, and it's all love, right? Maybe. Sometimes it's not. But I think like it's very important the discernment. So like sometimes I run into people and it's just like kind of disappointing in a way that it's just like it's not right. And so it doesn't mean that I'm gonna be like I hate you, I'm gonna unfollow you. No, that's not
Exactly.
reality.
You don't have
Like
to be
I
nasty
would
about
love
it.
for one day maybe one of us to change each other's minds and us to warm up. Sometimes I don't warm up to people for 6 months and then they become extremely close to me. So I've learned that I have to give it time. So I stopped judging because sometimes it's just like, it's better to not run into each other and fight and to just back up and watch and see and make a decision without
Exactly.
drama. And
Yeah.
I've learned that recently.
Yeah. That wasn't me years ago, but I can agree with you now.
Exactly.
Finally.
Same here, though.
Let's pop a bottle on that.
Cheers
Yeah,
to
I
that.
think that like years
I love
ago.
you, ladies. I love you guys so much.
Love you.
I love you. Vacation.
Love you. Yeah, I definitely feel like even just a few months ago, I would have felt differently about that question. And even about how you treat your relationships, whether you're very forgiving or you actually reach out to create more. And that's had a really big shift in my life lately of not feeling that guilt of not replanting or figuring out relationships that the other person is not being, I don't know, what is it called?
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal, right?
Reciprocal?
Or reciprocating. Yeah,
Reci-
reciprocal.
They're not like reciprocating. Yeah, like that's when you're just like, you know what? I don't need it. I
Yeah.
don't need to
Yeah.
put that energy in. And I think that comes with age too, because you realize time is of the essence.
Yeah,
like, you
and
don't need
also
that.
time, like sometimes it is of the essence, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like maybe right now that's not the time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like I'm not
But
talking
I'm
about close
building
relationships.
new relationships
Yeah,
now where I'm like, I
exactly.
see where that's more worthy.
Yeah, it's
But it's a gut
interesting, right?
feeling. It's
Yeah, it is.
weird.
It's so
Like,
strange.
Because I go through
With
different
you
phases of
guys,
my
like,
life where
weird.
I'm
what is it?
different. I'm just saying, like it's like we've all shared different ways of how to address the same issue, and
Right.
I've been you, I've been me, and I've handled situations very differently depending on where I'm at in my life.
Vice
So,
versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Growth. It's all about growth.
Yeah, it's all about evolving together. Like it's so important.
Yes. Together is where it's at. I'll say that. We have one more spicy fishbowl
There's
question.
an extra glass for the homies out here, I see, Quinn. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah, you put 4, but whatever. I mean, so I have another
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
I think we're all gonna
Oh, yeah.
have
I
a
didn't
good
go yet.
answer for this.
Here.
Yeah, so you go after me.
No, I don't care. I don't need to
We
go.
took a
Oh,
long-
I didn't
we took
even
a
let
long time
you.
with the first
I
one.
didn't
We
let
all
you ask.
answering questions. I don't
No.
care.
Go ahead, babe.
All right, so my question is, what is the scariest thing about dating you? This is a really good one. I love this question.
Was that a nice laugh or an evil laugh?
I don't know. At the end, it got really creepy.
Mine or yours?
Both of us.
Yeah, no, because I think both of us.
Even there was like a reverb of just like
So what's the meanest thing?
I've
babe?
said this
'Cause
already.
I need
The
to know.
scariest thing about dating
Because
me,
you're so chill.
The scariest thing.
I'm extremely critical,
Really?
like with myself and just my home. So
Okay.
yeah, like I like things neat, clean, tidy. If I take care of shit, you take care of shit.
I
Like
love
there's
that.
no
I
like
wish.
I second that.
I clean up after everybody else. I'm fine with cleaning. I love fucking cleaning, but don't disrespect the cleaning.
Yo, that's true. Can you come teach my house that?
You
But
have,
don't
you have a
disrespect
dirty
the
sock.
cleaning.
Just put it.
Can
in
I
the-
pay you to
put
stay
it
with
in
me
the
for one
laundry.
weekend?
It will show up back in your drawer in a couple
That's
days.
true, I'm learning that.
Clean and fucking folded.
Just don't leave it on the floor, right? I tell Jay
exactly.
that too.
Yeah. Just.
Can you
just
send me your
respect the
guidelines? Do you have
cleaning.
guidelines?
I will write them for you.
Please, because maybe if I have guidelines, that I
Maybe
can
should
actualize
do-
them.
I'm gonna do a PowerPoint. For
And I'll
everyone.
actualize.
Please.
I swear to God, no, we should put that on real. No,
Here's
we
your
should do
sock.
that.
Where should
I'm
it
here for
be?
that.
Here.
We can teach things in that way because I have
Yeah.
lots of information I would like to give you guys.
But it's like a lot of gentle, small nudges where you're just like, this is what
Yes,
eases your
queen,
life, and
teach
it makes
me.
me want to treat everybody better.
So if I was your man and I left my sock on the floor,
just one,
That
or was
shit
it both?
should
no,
of
no,
them?
no,
scare
no,
the
no, no,
shit
no. I'm
out
talking
of
about
me,
when
huh?
it gets you mad after a while.
It gets me mad after
Like
a
when
while.
you hear like the final straw. That's what I want to know. The final straw, fucking sock on the floor.
Final straw. Ooh. I don't know. It has to. It's always like a build
Hi, Brian.
up. It's always like
No, but I want
can
the
you
final
get
straw.
that? That's funny that that's there. Are you gonna move that? And then it's like, oh my
that's
god,
like-
it's
wait,
so
that's funny.
funny. You always leave that there. That's hilarious.
Maybe that would work.
I make it into a fucking joke after
Seriously?
a while. Yeah.
Because if I did that, maybe it would work. I just say, like, what the
No.
fuck? I just did that.
No, usually it's just like
it's like this conversation is happening in my head,
I'm
but
like-
you guys are the people acting it out. Swear to God.
I'm just like
because that's me. It's like I want to do what you're saying, and maybe I should turn it into a joke, and it might work for me. But
Sometimes
otherwise,
in the
right now,
moment,
I'm
I'm
like,
like-
Andrew, could you please?
If-
Like, what
no,
the fuck?
it's a joke for
and
like a
he's
minute.
like just bombarded by my attitude all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm always bitching, and it's
And
like,
then they don't want to
I'm
do
usually
it. That's
just
the part.
like-
I don't understand. So teach us.
bad.
Wait,
like this
What?
Is the sock.
that's the sock.
This is the sock. This is the hamper. Okay.
Okay.
It's about just. It's so close. It's so fucking close, right? I'm just
Oh
like,
shit! Where'd you learn that?
oh my god.
oh my
Is this
God,
Yours?
is this a hamper?
It's wait. Is this dirt? Should I smell it? And he's just like embarrassed. So he's like, no, no. Oh, so you just put it in. You put it in there, and then
That's
you'll do
kinda
it
sexy.
sometimes, or
That's.
dog.
But are you angry or is it like this?
it's like both.
I want to see the angry one. Can you
Wait,
do
we're
it?
not there yet. This is
Okay,
like
go.
day 3. Okay, day 3
Okay.
of just seeing it exist, and like the sun passes, the sun passes, the sun passes. On
Oh
that
shit!
heat.
For real?
Yeah, the sun sets on the sock 3 times.
In your mind, that's crazy. I love
3
it.
days later, I'm just like. And then I'll go, oh, Winston, our dog loves socks, loves laundry, dirty laundry. You want this?
That's the mad.
Yeah.
That's the angry P. Like,
That's
fuck
just like,
you.
oh, okay,
You're-
cool,
you don't
cool,
want to put
cool,
your
cool,
sock
cool.
away? Let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
Eventually, yeah, he'll put it in. I'll get mad, right? Do the laundry, fold everything. Everything's organized. And everything in the drawers are perfectly organized,
I love it.
file-wise. Everything is just so, right?
I try to
so
be
it's
that way.
easy. Every shirt's folded, so you
I'm
just
gonna
literally
pay
go like
you.
this.
I'm gonna.
You put it
I
in
need
the
to come to
drawer.
your crib. I need to see your closet. Now I want to see your
It's
closet.
not
Yeah,
hard.
I think it will help us.
And
It
he
will
only
help
wears
us. Let's go.
t-shirts and
Field
jeans,
trip.
which makes
Field
life
trip at
easy.
Patricia's house.
All right, I
It's a
will
cleaning
do
day.
a organizing video.
Oh, we should. Yeah, because we should do a condo.
I
So
love
that
organizing.
we have your version.
So I have the basket, right? And I don't bring it upstairs because I have a bad back. So I'd say, go get the basket, bring it up. It's all
Yes.
filed, or whatever. And it's on the floor. Day 1, being hopeful. Day 2, oh, maybe you're just busy working tomorrow. I don't know. Or yesterday, what's going on? And then day 3, I shake it and I take the socks and I put them on the top. And I put it in front of the dog bed and I'm like,
This is elaborate.
you
I
want
love it.
toys?
And he doesn't flip out?
He doesn't get mad.
Okay.
And the dog will gingerly be like, I'm allowed to fucking do this.
He's like, what the fuck is going on? That's like bad parenting at its best. I love it. I love it.
I'm
But
like,
it's just
oh,
a
you
dog.
want something fun?
I love
yeah,
it.
and that's what I do. And then he's
That's
like,
healthy.
oh shit, I should put this away because the dog's gonna take it and drool on it.
So that's the only
Okay.
that's your weapon. So you found
I'm
so
gonna
you
try
found
that.
the weapon.
Yeah.
I did find a good positive weapon, but
So
the,
what's
the,
my
the shittiest thing about
We gotta
living with
figure
me
that
is
out.
the organization that he just can't keep up with. And that means like
But I
things
feel like
get,
that
things
about-
get rearranged on your desk because
I
I'm gonna
feel like
fucking
that about
dust
most guys, though.
But that's hot. Like Jay would love me if I was like that.
it. So what do you do? Like what? Like
Well,
what is
Jay
the shittiest thing
thrives.
about
Like
dating?
I think you would be like whatever your method is. I need to try because Justinian
Make a
loves.
joke out of it.
He'll be like, "What do you mean? Like you just didn't tell me to do it." Like that's
Oh,
not his
no,
voice, but
I
that's
fucking-
that's how he says my
Bitch,
voice.
it hasn't been
He'll be like,
said.
"Yo, you didn't tell me to move my clothes," and I'm like.
No,
Who has to
Andrew will be
tell
like,
you?
well, you have a pair of pants on the couch. And I'm like, well, you see, I know for a fact that I'm going to be moving the couch. I mean,
Yeah.
not
But
the
that's-
couch,
that's
the pants
bad
off
too.
the couch.
Yeah.
But I know you're not thinking the way
See,
that
but
I'm
that's
thinking
you're
right
not
now.
leading by example. I at least have started to lead by example most
Oh,
of
I'm
the
very
time.
clean.
But you're
Oh,
more
you-
no,
and
I know.
You're
organized.
organized. with
Actually,
your
you're
stuff.
more organized than I could ever be. So I'm saying like I don't say shit like that.
Yeah.
I actually am probably more manipulative.
bitchy.
Where I'm like,
You should do all of it.
Yeah,
I'm
incorporate
just like
little bits and
I don't
pieces of
actually
all
want him
of
to
this.
do anything. I'm one of those women like I enjoy cleaning too. Like I'm one of
too,
those
yeah.
people. I enjoy cleaning. I enjoy
When you have
making
time.
being a homemaker. I enjoy cooking. I don't cook very often right now. I work a lot,
Right.
but I'm very blessed that Jay cooks, his father cooks, he lives
Oh,
with
that's
us.
so nice.
And it's really lovely. I love Jay's
would
father
love
living
that.
like Jay's father's amazing.
Yeah.
And he can cook and they work together and they have a really beautiful relationship and I'm blessed. But yeah, what was I talking about? I don't
But
so
you're not,
the
you don't
place
want to
is
clean
clean.
up. You don't want to clean.
It's clean, but it's mostly the bedroom. Like most of the things is like the cups, the clothes.
Yeah.
But like I'm guilty too. So
Yeah.
I think I need to see I go to a really clean house or
that's
like
just
where
like
I was
me.
now and I'm like I came home and I was
Yeah.
like I have to clean.
I love to
Yeah,
be
but that's
clean
just
and
me. Like, I
organized.
Constantly
cannot
be
go to
inspired.
sleep in a dirty.
Were you
No,
always
being
like
clean,
that?
Yes.
Cleaning makes my
In like
heart
my
happy.
bedroom at least. Like my parents have always been very like tidy and neat. But even like when they weren't or if they weren't home a lot, like there was always someone else cleaning up after them.
Mm-hmm.
But my bedroom was my sacred space. And like that was my place to always like keep
We're
clean
talking
and
about
tidy.
cleaning, guys.
Well,
But-
I
but
think
that's
it's
like a
important
really tough
because I
thing
think a
about
lot of
dating
people don't
me.
talk
I'm just-
about.
I know, but I'm just
But yeah,
thinking
it's
about
funny.
how the question started.
Yeah,
It's
and
evolved.
now we're
like, that's
talking
a
about
difficult
cleaning,
thing about
and it's
dating
just
me.
like-
because
Yeah, we got to stay on topic, but
I
that's
expect
cool.
my person to be neat and tidy, and yeah, sometimes I ask for too much, and those things are
The
Scary.
scary.
the one thing that's like fucking frightening. I would say
That's
is that
frightening,
he
but I'm
is-
into it because I'm like a weird that's turned like I'm like ooh that's hot.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm like,
don't-
if
wouldn't
I
say
did
that's
that,
the-
my
I mean,
my
maybe
man
it's
would
the
be so
scariest thing
turned
for your
on if
man.
I was like that. I'd be like, oh my god, baby, this is so funny that you left this cup here.
Oh, you have no idea what I do though.
I could just like shake my boobs and be like, baby, that's so funny. But that's not my reaction. Like I'm just like, what the fuck is this cup doing here?
We're like, oh my god, oh like, and I'll talk to the dog like, Winston, your father thinks this is fucking hilarious.
I make my bed every morning.
I'm
Do
gonna
you?
try that.
Carolina wants
I
to know
think
if we
it's
make our
good.
bed in
Yeah,
the morning.
use Mika. And be
Yes,
like, Mika, do
I
you
feel
love
like
this
the
That's
bed
one
needs
of
to
the
be
things
made
I get
every
mad
day.
about the most because one time we had a conversation and I said, Jay, it would really make me happy because I leave before you most of the time. If you just, and I tried to do it just a nice way, it would really mean a lot to me if you could just make the bed. Sorry, Jay. Oh my God, I love you so much. He just took me on a fancy vacation. I'm not talking shit. I'm
Oh.
obsessed with him and that is the man for me.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say
But
is
cleaning
that
wise.
cleaning wise, I feel like that really would mean a lot to me. And he doesn't do it. And so I
Oh,
stopped
yeah.
complaining though because he does so much for me that it does like I just like
No,
at a
that's something
certain
you don't care
point
about,
the love
though.
is so deep and he fucking does he rides for me so hard
Mm.
that I don't care. I just let him do whatever he wants. But that's
No,
just
I get
like
that. No,
I
same-
don't complain
same with
anymore
my
because it makes it
partner.
worse.
My partner doesn't make
I
the
just
bed.
let Jay do whatever
Him
he
making the
wants.
I
bed
still
is
complain. I don't
literally
know. I
just
love it.
throwing the blanket back over. but he'll like let the bed air out, which I like. He'll open all the windows and pull
That's
the blankets
nice.
back.
See, but
because,
he's
like, boy
learned.
sweat
You
is fucking
trained
gross.
us.
Can we move on from the cleaning, guys?
sorry. You wanna
I'm
know what the
so sorry.
scariest
I'm
thing about
starting
me
to
is?
like nah, nah, nah. Okay.
Sorry.
One more question.
Well, you want to know what the scariest
yeah.
thing about dating me is?
Oh, see, we didn't even answer that.
It's
Go ahead.
thinking that you could die all the time. I told you that already. I said that. It's like you might just.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's for real. I don't know. That's what people tell me.
You
I don't
mentioned that
know. I didn't make
before.
that up. They're like,
Did,
this is
did
scary.
Jay say that to you?
No, Jay, I'm
for
scared
my
that I'm
life?
gonna die. If we break
Oh, yeah.
up.
Dating someone who's always scared they're about to die could be scary.
No. That if
I
you
don't
do
get the
something
point.
bad, that you might disappear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm scared.
I get it.
No.
I would
think
never do nothing bad
I watch
to Jay.
like a lot of crime scene cleanups, and I feel like I would be a lot.
I would be
better at it.
amazing at it, and I
Marco
don't
knows
get.
not to cross me for more than 12 hours.
It wouldn't be, but would it be? What? Nothing.
Yeah, like we could fight, and after 12 hours or so, like a night will pass, and he'll know something could happen.
No, I think it's that. You know why I think people say that is that because when I go cold, I go so cold, and I said things in the past. Like, so I'll fight with you, and I'll say
Yeah.
really like real things,
Like real visceral
and then one
shit.
day I'll just fucking cut you off, and then just like.
I'm a big blocker.
You know?
That's what I do.
So
I'm
what's
not gonna
yours?
kill
What's your
you, but I
scariest
just
thing?
block you.
Yeah, what's the
No, I'm not gonna
scariest
say I'm
thing
gonna
about
kill you,
dating?
but you never know. I feel like I leave people with that feeling.
What is
Guys
something
that
that
I've
your partners
dated.
have always been like frightened for?
I could be crazy. I think all girls could be crazy, right?
Like in what way? Like you would
So- Like I
like-
specified on a previous episode, like I've chased Andrew, I've chased
Oh,
people,
yeah.
you know.
I've chased Jay.
So,
I fell on
was
my
that
face
scary?
chasing Jay one day in the rain in this coat.
so I would say that's the only scary thing.
Memories.
I'm trying to think. No, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, because I mean, I'm really annoying when it comes to cleaning too, but I don't think that's scary. So I would just say,
No, it's not scary. It's the
and
No,
people
there's something
just
scary
you don't
about
want to
you.
be,
meanest thing
you
about
don't want to
dating.
cheat on me.
Oh, it was
if you're my
meanest?
partner,
No.
because then
No.
you definitely better be scared.
Well, that's
No.
what we're talking about.
Oh no, cheating is a whole lot.
That's what I'm
No,
talking about. I'm not
but
talking about
that's-
anything but cheating and betraying me.
Well, I mean, for me, if you're dating me, hopefully you're not going to cheat on me. So
but
that's
that's
the
what I'm
only
saying.
thing while
If you
while
did,
dating
I
me
would
that
just-
could be scary is if we're arguing.
while
I
we're
can
dating?
be crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
But if
while
we're not
dating, they
and
might
you
be
cheat on
scared
me,
that I could like
then yeah.
actually
Yeah.
hurt them, but not
Oh,
Jay.
no, I can't hurt anybody. I fucking like just because I'm so I don't know. I'm not strong, but I could definitely.
I bet you're strong.
ruin your fucking life.
I couldn't.
In a
That's not
different
my.
way.
Yeah, that's not my approach. I just want to jap
I'll
somebody.
just make
real
you
quick.
feel like
Only guys.
You're the
I've
fucking
only japped
worst.
men. Oh my god. But they all asked for it.
they all.
It
ask
wasn't
for
no, and not in relationship. I got so okay. Self defense.
Oh well,
And not in relationships.
There's
These are not
self-defense, but I've
these are not
never-
romantic relationships. Oh my god. I've only been in fights twice, and they were both times I was like not girls. Interestingly enough.
So I really want you guys to teach me how to fight because I have never.
I don't fight anymore.
Well, I would like to know just to let
I
us
just went into a
obscene,
place.
not to hurt anyone because I would
To
still
defend
wouldn't to
yourself.
this
You
day.
could probably YouTube that shit.
I can YouTube it, Ashley. I was just
Like
asking to be nice.
jiu-jitsu or stuff like that. I don't know those things. I don't
can.
really know how to I just,
Oh,
if I have to
okay.
defend myself in the moment,
Yeah.
But I don't know how to teach someone.
I'm gonna learn Krav Maga.
Shout out to Quinn. Thank you for
Bye.
everything.
All right, we definitely
more
have
question.
exceeded our time on the fishbowl. So
Yeah, we're good.
let's do you want to do one more?
No.
No? Okay.
I think it's just about answering questions.
That was a good one though. Those
But
were two
wasn't
really
Those
good
were
questions.
definitely
that
good
was 3
questions.
questions.
No, that was
No,
two.
that's two.
You didn't even ask one.
Oh.
We just got into it.
Oop, let's go.
So I hope you guys
It's
enjoyed the fishbowl
555.
questions.
Look.
Yes, I
Wow.
see it. I saw it. So we did the fishbowl questions. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I just want to, well, you know what? I'm going to skip that.
You want to skip stuff?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
I
going
like-
to skip
I like
that just
skipping
because I feel
things.
like
Yeah,
not
well,
even
fuck
worth
that.
talking about. So I'm going to skip to the 540 segment, which was just mothers and children during remote learning.
Very important right now.
I was wondering if you guys would be willing to share your feedback as they don't have kids and they don't really know what, they have no experience in this situation at all.
None.
But I would like to hear your opinions, of course, if you were in my shoes and hypothetically had a child doing remote learning. But anyway, remote learning for me has been pretty smooth. The process has been fine. I am someone who is very involved in Jeremy's work. I'm always asking questions, always wanting to check his homework. But it hasn't been that way for a lot of people that I do know that have kids doing remote learning and who
Yeah.
are having a really hard time, because the fact is remote learning is basically leaving a lot of kids behind.
Yeah.
Way behind from where they need to be. And
Yeah.
it's like, so now I haven't heard anything in place as far as trying to get these kids to where they need to be after the pandemic is over.
So like
Right.
a lot of like children, they don't, because their parents are working, right? And then they're remote learning. And that's just the best case, right? That their parents are just busy, but they're remote learning, and then there's no one watching them. They can't manage this new structure that they're not used to because they don't have physical presence and they're just not showing up, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jeremy wakes up in the morning. He's on Zoom at 9 o'clock, and they have this thing called a pack leader, who's a teacher basically, and it's a group of them that they come on the camera together and they talk about what they're going to do throughout that day, what subjects they're going to do. But pretty much after that, he's left for himself
But you
for the
also
rest of
said
the day.
that
Wait,
some
what?
kids don't
Yeah.
show up to even that,
Wow.
right?
Exactly.
And then that
So
he
there'll
was
be
worried
like 20
about.
kids in the group and like 10 show up.
So that's
That's
really
insane.
scary.
That's insane.
And what does that
Like,
mean? So okay,
there's
so
no
what does
structure
that
throughout the
mean
whole
if they
day.
don't finish all the work? Are they penalized?
So that's the thing, because we're doing this remote learning because of the pandemic, no kid can be failed.
So no
So
kid
are
left
there-
behind times a million?
Yeah, but
Exactly.
like,
Billion?
are there assignments like on?
But it's gonna hurt
like,
them.
If you were
No,
doing,
no, it's really bad.
Is there like assignments that are on kind of like a virtual board? Is that what teachers are doing since they're
So
not?
some of them
teaching
doing differently.
in class?
They send it through Google Docs, and then they
Uh-huh.
share it with the students.
I have a revolutionary idea in
What's
question, and you're a parent, so I'm going to just pitch it. What about, you think people will start, and is it legal to create meeting spaces for children?
They started doing stuff like that.
Like co-op?
I saw things pitched like recently.
Co-opted private like groups where it's like, okay, 10 kids come and sit in this place for like this amount of time. Like that shit is.
But that's the
I
problem.
wonder,
If
like,
it's
what
not
is the
approved,
rule with that? I mean,
I think it has
is
to be,
it
like,
not
approved to
okay?
a
I bet you,
point.
like, if you tried to do that, they'd be like, you can't do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you got, like, let's say even 5 kids. Let's say Shanti or Ashley rents a building, and they have studio space, and they say 5 kids in each room.
Yeah, but
Private,
it
a
depends
parent.
on the academia. I think that even if you're doing it at home,
No, but
even
I'm
if you're
saying-
schooling your kids at home just privately,
Yeah.
like just in general,
No.
like
yeah.
everything has to be approved curriculum for them to be able to like grow
No,
in
my
those
idea is
grades,
only
right?
for them to do the work that they're being sent together in a place. I'm not saying
Oh,
that
so
that's
it's kind
not.
of like a tutors, but
Yeah,
like
because this is
glorified
so
tutors.
scary to me. Yeah, it's not a tutors. It's like a school, but it's just like the teachers are on the computer and they're just sitting there, and there's an adult making sure that like there's one adult supervising like maybe 5 or 10 kids.
Right.
I don't know.
So they have
Do they
this
do that?
system right now where it's like you were able to decide if you want your kid to do full remote or go into school 2 days out of the week, and then the rest of the days you'll do remote. So they do have tutoring groups that do the in school classes,
I
but then
see.
they offer virtual tutoring too. But it's just in general, realistically,
that's
you
really
cannot.
lacking.
There's no way that you can squeeze in a full day's schedule of work as you would physically in person with a classroom in front of you,
Yeah.
as opposed to virtual. Like these kids
Yeah.
are used to having someone telling them, okay, so this is the problem, we need to solve it. You have 15 minutes, like physically being there, even if they have a question
Yeah.
in the process of getting the work done. It's just not the same. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's really
literally,
scary,
Jeremy's in his
Ashley.
room,
Yeah.
and if I'm not like, okay, well, I have a schedule, so I'm like, all right, it's 11:15. I know you're supposed to be in this class at this time, so I check that. But people are either working, they're not working remotely, so parents are working. People are being, they're with babysitters or with grandmas, or even people working
Yes.
remotely don't have the time to
Yeah.
go leave their computer to go check
And
on
they
their
can't
kid.
just monitor
I-
what their kids
yeah.
are seeing or
This is
learning.
really.
And also, I don't even want to get into it too much, but
It
Jeremy's
depends on
been
the
in school
school.
since the beginning of September now.
Yeah.
And he's now just starting to do actual academic work, like social studies, math, reading. This
That's
entire
insane to
time,
me,
What were they
though.
doing?
they have been
That depends on
doing.
the school.
Wait, what?
No.
What were they doing?
They
Yeah, it
have been
does.
doing, not in this borough, maybe by state, you
Oh,
guys.
yeah, like by
but
state,
every
yeah.
school in Brooklyn is doing it.
Oh
but
my
basically,
God.
they're just having conversations
Yeah, yeah, it's
about
different here.
That's
the
insane.
This is New
Breonna
York City.
Taylor
It's insane
situation,
what he's
Black Lives
learning.
Matter movements, the political debates. That's what they talk about every day.
When
Do you
she told me
know
that the other day,
how-
I didn't think it was state by state. I thought it was school by school, maybe, or
No.
area by area.
And it was made clear to me by the teacher because when I asked her to have a conversation, she was like, listen, even if you have the conversation with the principal, just so you know, like these instructions have been made clear to us by the Board of Education.
So my dad was on the board of ed as soon as I hit high school, middle school, actually. And I think that like made a difference to a point of just like what my life was like at home. But in general, I know that my niece is in the same county school-wise, even though she's online. And she does have all of her classes every day, but only until 1 p.m. So she does see her teachers virtually. And I think that that's really helpful. I don't feel like she's learning as much, but I know that she wasn't in the same position as
definitely not
Jeremy.
learning.
I know
learned
that
as
Jeremy
much.
was learning some things that I was just like, that's really
ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
it's
scary.
too heavy.
It's too much for
It's
a child.
Too much. Yeah, it's too
He's
much for a
10,
kid.
11 years old. This is too
yeah,
much.
and my niece is turning 12 in a month.
Do you
so I'm
know-
just like, this is not where he should be at versus what she's learning. I don't know, stuff about history.
When 9/11 happened,
I spoke to
Science.
the teacher, and there's so many different
She
ways
has
to look at
she
it.
has
Like,
STEM classes, like.
wait, as a mom, I want to hear you.
no,
Wait,
I mean,
not
as a
cutting you off.
mom, the
Not
way
cutting
that
you
I
off.
see it,
No, cut me off, please.
No, I cut myself off.
the way that I see it is because I always say this on the show, and I'm going to always say, like, I'm in a space where everything in moderation. I try to find a balance between everything.
Yeah.
Right.
So the way that I see it is because I even had a conversation with the teacher about everything because, you know, it does make me feel uncomfortable because I don't know in what context they're having these conversations, right? Let's say
Yeah.
about the Breonna Taylor case. Like, I don't know what
Right.
they're saying about it or what they're
I just
teaching
think
them.
Did you
That's-
ask
that's
him?
too
What does he say?
heavy.
Do you know what he
That's
like?
what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
So I spoke to the teacher about it, and the issue is, or rather, why they feel like they need to do this is because they feel like, for instance, kids. Obviously now for 2 months there have been protests in the street all over
And they're on
all
the-
cities and
on
streets.
the internet too, so
Yeah.
they see shit.
So
Yeah.
it's like these kids know that this is going on around them, so you kind of can't pretend and ignore and like, you know,
So we have to
brush it off.
address it.
So it
But
has
why
to
is it
be
a whole
addressed
class?
just to give kids the room to kind of process what's going on.
I agree.
Especially because there are kids.
Yeah.
For Jeremy,
Yeah.
I have conversations all the time about politics, even though if I don't want to, they just happen to come up all the time because I'm
Right.
very like,
Yeah, we're all
you know,
involved.
I read, I
Right.
read the newspaper, I talk about it with Andrew all
And
the
you
time.
want to keep them posted, and that's
Well,
good.
I don't talk to Jeremy about it,
And it
but he
doesn't mean they'll-
overhears the conversations.
I mean,
So
my dad
Yeah,
would
I
talk
mean,
about
like
these
we
things at
do.
dinner
It's
all the
funny
time.
because we all really care about this shit. So like, as me and Ashley talk about all the time, where it's like, you may not think it, but like we're on the shits. We're like watching everything. Like I spent the
Yeah.
whole day
I like to know
watching
what's
Judge
going
Amy
on.
Coney Barrett's like congressional hearing for her because like I really that's what I was
Yeah.
watching in the office while I was
I was
working all
watching that
day.
this
We got to
morning.
watch this stuff. So continue. I'm sorry.
really quickly before I lose my
Yes.
what I was trying to
Go
say.
back.
So the way that I see it is that sometimes conversations do need to be had.
Yes.
And so I feel like, yes, Jeremy, I have that conversation with him at home because I happen to be that parent. But there's parents that don't give a shit about this stuff. There's people who
yeah.
are against
No,
it. There's
yeah,
people
and that's
who,
where it
makes
who
sense.
just aren't even educated, who don't even have the means of knowing what's going on around the world right now. So it's like, what happens to those kids who are confused by what they see or they overhear
Right,
and don't
right.
have anywhere to kind of filter that thought that's
Right.
happening in their mind that they can't really understand. So I understand that there should be a conversation.
Yes.
The teacher basically was just like, we are having these conversations that may seem appropriate and inappropriate, and I can understand why, but we just also doing it in a way where it's like, I don't really necessarily agree either because I'm not there, so I don't really know for sure what's happening or how it's going down. But they do it in a way where everyone can have different opinions, all the
So
kids.
it's nonpartisan.
And it's like you can't comment on anyone's opinion.
Right. And
Because
that's nice.
That's
everyone
positive.
should be
That's nice.
respectful to, and needs to understand
that's
at a
positive.
young age.
At least they're creating
People will
that.
have different opinions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that.
Me too.
So I
It's
like
just
that.
like you can
I think
share
that's
how
fair.
you feel about it, whether
But
it's just stressing
what I'm
you
interested
out
in-
or you're confused or it's
What I'm interested in is what is the information that
Yeah.
they're allowed to comment on, right?
I-
So that's
yeah.
what I'm most concerned with. Like, yeah, I think that is the most
Yeah,
healthy
because
way.
everything in context.
yeah, I'm assuming
Because
it's just
what
about
is
how
it
you feel.
assuming?
It's not about your opinion. It's about how do you feel when you hear things
But
like that.
what is it that they're hearing,
I think that's
right?
as simple
What
as-
is it that the school is saying
Right.
is the news? So like, are they?
Yeah, so basically,
what,
she said that
what
Breonna
lens
Taylor.
are they
I
being?
think it's about like what you're hearing at home versus what they're
No, no,
also
No,
sharing
she's
with
I'm
asking
trying
about
to
when they
say,
have
like-
these
but
conversations
also
in school.
what they're sharing with you. I just
yeah.
said in addition to that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically, she basically told me what we're doing is, for instance, the Breonna Taylor case, I don't tell them how I feel about it.
Okay.
I tell them these are the facts based on articles that we find to be credible. Like, this is a woman who had a warrant, but they, the police did this. Like, they go based
So they
on
show
the
both
facts.
sides, like
Yeah.
of everybody's argument.
Yeah,
you would
exactly.
say.
Pretty much, but she basically just kept insisting and reiterating.
And what
like, we're
about-
just going based on the facts of actual evidence.
Do you know what they
Right.
say
And
about the
things like-
president? I'm just
What?
curious, like how, like the schools and the board of ed, like, are they?
They don't
what is
talk
their-
about the president.
I don't think they do that.
They don't talk
They
about
never
I mean, I
talked
don't-
about the president
at
though. In
least,
my
like,
schools,
I-
they didn't. I mean, they talked about Obama in college, but I don't know if in elementary school
But
we
college
ever
is
spoke
different, yeah.
about any presidents.
Yeah,
No.
I think like college
History, like
age is
History
different.
behind, but
But yeah, no.
I'm just curious.
No, they don't talk about the current president. No.
Not in a way like okay,
all.
because I'm just
I don't
interested.
think they ever should.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't. I'm just asking questions.
No.
Yeah.
Because she knows. She's in the
Yeah.
know. She
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
as much more than I
And
know
I'm
about
just
the
sharing
kids.
my opinion of saying I don't think they ever should.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think they should.
I don't
I
know.
wanna
I
say-
feel mixed feelings about it because there's a good thing that can come from it,
Yeah.
but it all matters about how they do it. Like Shanti was saying, it's important to
Yeah,
know
I'm
like
just
how they're
curious.
sharing these stories to open the conversation with the kids.
Right.
So
Because
that's
it's important to have conversations, but I just, like you're saying.
and I told
what
them,
is
I'm like,
it-
Yeah.
the only reason why I knew they were even talking about this was because I check his homework. So
And
I feel
other
like
people
if
are
you're going to be
not.
having these conversations, the least you can
Wow.
do is notify the parents and get their consent for their children to participate in these
Right.
conversations.
And so then it-
So that's what, if I could
did
change
you-
how they go about it, that's what I would do.
They didn't ask for consent.
No.
But do you also have like teacher meetings? Like I know my sister.
I would
did
have to
with the
request
kids.
one.
No, like,
No,
but
just like
they
in
don't have
general.
PTA right now. Do they
No,
have
in
PTA?
general they
Yeah,
had
I can
that.
email the teacher for a meeting between me and her and she'll
No, in
she'll do it.
general they have that. I don't know if it's like normal.
It's
Any
PTA.
other borough.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a people's or parents teacher meeting.
Yeah.
And it always happens like every fall, like in the
Yeah, we
beginning
all
of
have
like
that.
every semester.
They have that
or
in
whatever.
the head too.
Yeah, so you didn't have that already, or is that happening soon? Like,
School just started.
But you're always talking to the
Okay.
teachers.
So parent-teacher conference meetings don't happen until like a quarter into the semester.
it's every
Okay.
quarter, right?
Yeah, it
Like,
doesn't happen
my
right away.
sister
I used to
had
get
a
in so much
check-in
trouble
already.
every time.
Oh, see, Jersey
But
does this totally different than New York.
yeah, like my sister already had a
Yeah,
check-in,
Jersey's
but it
different.
might have only been because of the pandemic.
But
Oh,
I think
okay.
Jersey
Yeah.
and even
It probably was because of the
Westchester is
pandemic.
like different than like what we're getting in the like in the Bronx. I remember being a kid in Catholic school. I mean, in public school. But I was already in Catholic school by the time 9/11 happened, and they fucking acted like it didn't happen. Like they
Really?
legit the day it happened. We were in the Bronx, so like
What
obviously
happened the day of for you?
nothing. Like I went to school and didn't know until after I saw all the Caribbean ladies on the block being like, "Go home, God is coming," and we're like, "What the fuck?" And I walked home and I saw my mom watching the TV. Like, but I know people like
I was sent
that
home.
had
I
were
was in
there.
school. I was in school when the 9/11.
I was sent home
thing
during the
happened, yeah.
day.
Oh, I don't know. I
Like
was in the
once
dance
they
studio.
saw something happen, they put it on the news and all.
But
the
they didn't tell us
classrooms,
in school.
All the TVs in the classrooms.
Really?
had the
They
news
did that?
going.
That was public school?
Yes, in
Yeah,
public
Catholic school, they didn't do shit like that.
And
they
my
didn't
si-
tell
no, my
you
sister
anything.
went
Well,
to
the
Catholic
thing was-
school
They
as
did it
well.
too?
And they did too. They
Not my school.
told them right
Thank
away
God.
because a lot
Yeah.
of people who live
It was all
in-
over the radio.
But you
and-
guys were also like for
a
some
lot of
reason the
people who-
Bronx, nobody said anything.
That's crazy because a lot of people who live in the area I grew up in, a lot of their parents were commuting into Manhattan. So I think that was most
Well,
of the
my
messaging
mom-
of just like your parents could be there. We're going to call all the kids who have parents who are working in New York, as we can see on file, come to the office and let's check in on your parents
Yeah.
and like see what's up.
Well,
if you
I
have to go
understand
home.
that
But
might
my
have
parents
happened.
came and picked us up right away.
Yeah, no, we lived down the block from my school. So the interesting thing is my mom worked. So my boyfriend lives in this building that my mom worked in before 9/11 and up to 9/11. So it's kind of interesting. And he now lives around the corner. But like growing up, he lived there. And so he was there for 9/11, but my mom worked there and got into an accident in a car the day before. Not so bad, but like totaled the car and didn't go to work on 9/11.
Wow.
And would have like literally been going to the bank there. And I like thank God every day. And it's so interesting. And Jay was in school across the street. His mom worked right by the towers, ran and got
Yeah.
him. But my school, I don't know if they did call people. Like maybe they called my mom and like, "Are you okay?" Because like
Maybe they
had
maybe.
I
What grade
known,
were you in?
I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, I was in
I was
middle
13.
school.
Had I known that something happened, and my mom worked there, and I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
she didn't go to work that day, I would have spent the whole day free. Like I would have
Yeah.
fucking died. Like
My
I
mom
would have
worked
lost
on
my
Wall
shit.
Street. My mom worked
So
on
I'm
Wall
glad they
Street.
didn't
That's
say
why
anything.
I was just like, what?
Well,
I
in
don't
my
know.
Maybe
Well, I
that's
was in
why
high
they didn't say
school.
anything.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it depended on
They
like
didn't
where
say
your,
shit
your
though.
parents
I went
were
home
at.
like.
I was in
and-
high school and they told the whole school basically because at this point everyone had cell phones too and
Right.
like people were
Right.
getting text messages.
Yeah.
So they told us and it was like, you guys need to go home. I don't know how you're gonna go home, but you need to go home. And I just remember being
They
school
didn't
was
tell you how to
closed.
get home.
We were in high school. They're not gonna tell you how to get home. Everyone comes to high school on their own. Parents don't pick you up at that point or
Yeah.
drop you
But
off.
you were in
my parents had to
Brooklyn.
pick me up and
Were
pick
you in
up-
Manhattan? No.
My parents had
No,
to pick
I was
up
in
my-
Brooklyn.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I lived in Brooklyn and they just was like, school's closed. You
I
gotta
wasn't
go.
in high school yet. I was in
No,
7th
they
grade.
actually like made people. I mean, like at least like in middle school, they're like, wait for your parents, and like same with my sister. She just
I
waited
walked home.
for my parents to pick her up, even though
did.
her boyfriend lived like a block away from her Catholic school. Like they picked her up, and they're like, we need to be
It's in
together.
Jersey.
Yeah.
I legit walked. They
I know, it's
fucking
so
let us
different.
out the buildings and walk home like fucking regular people.
No.
Those ladies were like, "Go home," and I went home. I was like, "Mom, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
Like, why'd you
See,
leave me
even
there?"
in Coney Island, there was debris coming all the way from downtown Manhattan to
My mom was
Coney
so
Island.
reasonable.
So even if they didn't tell us, let's say, we knew something was going on.
So yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So you guys knew from school. I thought that
Yeah.
like nobody talked about it because like my school we didn't, and my school strictly never spoke about politics. Like we did the Pledge of Allegiance. We also said the
Yeah,
Hail
we did
Mary
that too.
and the
Right.
Our Father in English and Spanish
Yeah.
every single day. It took like fucking 25 minutes. Yo, I had this one teacher that she used to dance all the fucking prayers. I loved her so
Love
much.
her. She made it fun.
She'd be like the Lamb of God.
Beach.
Pray for she
I
was
smell
fabulous.
ganja.
I loved her.
Do you smell that? I smell weed. Oh no, it's food. Okay, I'm like,
So
I'm like I
anywho.
smell something. I thought it was
What
weed.
is that? What else?
Yeah, I think that
From where?
From the sidelines over there. I saw you.
What
opening.
the fuck, bro? Five Guys too. It's like Shake Shack. You can't order without
I don't like
telling
their
me.
burgers, but I like their fries.
Fuck,
So
bro.
enjoy
Five
your
Guys is just
food.
like Shake Shack. You thought you were getting around the Shake Shack drama? Is that what you tried to do? Another conversation. Sorry. You can't order Shake Shack and not hide it, or else people around you hate you.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. I would like to get some feedback from you mommies out there
Oh, yeah,
who
that's
have
sad.
kids
So what?
doing remote learning and whoever's having a tough time just having kids at home, or even if your kid's going to school part-time and you're working remotely at home. I just want to hear about your experiences so we can talk some more about it next week. Because most of my friends that have babies, your babies are babies, so you're not in school yet. So whoever is listening who has children who is in school, I would love to hear your experience. So we're going to be moving on to something else. This is somewhat a spicy topic. I actually did get a text message with a question. So I'm going to start it off like that. But, sorry, I'm getting a text. I don't know if you're watching. I think you're watching based on your text. So, hi, babe, I love you. I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to keep your name anonymous. So basically, I don't have to go back to the question, but her question was, how would you feel if your boyfriend or girlfriend, whoever's in a relationship, your partner, is liking photos on Instagram of a female who posts
No.
photos who tend to be sexy or
Hell
underwear photos or whatever?
motherfucking no.
Okay. So that's part of the question, but also, how
I'll
do
tell
you
you
feel
why.
about your partner or whoever you're in a relationship with following exes and liking their
No.
photos?
No.
Okay. So would
Two
you
different
mind to tell me?
No, no,
right?
no.
Oh,
know
no,
why?
all of the above is
Because
no.
I know people in psychology, and I know my past when I was not a normal person, and I know all
Where
the
that leads
prayer
to.
God that I have made, and I know how to fucking see a creep from a mile away because my dad
Yeah.
taught me. about men. My dad gave me this weird, unique, nasty like sense of men, and I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then Jay told me the truth. He's like, yeah, men are do this and this, and this is why. So I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I have a standard of myself where I don't let men that I don't know like see my body. Like I don't fucking like it. Like a bikini is one thing, but you're not gonna see me in my lingerie. You're not gonna see me in certain contexts. You're never gonna see my fucking ass. Like it's never gonna happen. And I was always kind of like that, but maybe more so from learning from Jay, like just kind of what it means. Like he's explained to
like
me
the value behind
he's revealed so
But be
much
more
about
elaborate,
men. No,
like-
so what I'm trying to say is he's revealed what men think, these men have thought, by saying what women should do, right?
Okay.
So like if you tell me I shouldn't show my ass or whatever on the internet, and this is not my boyfriend, this is a lot of men, then I know for a fact that every time, like that's when you're looking at the internet, that's kind of something that is a trigger for you, right? So I've seen enough men have a problem with that.
So
Not
meaning
just,
if someone's boyfriend says, hey babe, I don't want you posting photos in a bra, that means when they see a girl in a bra, they react to it.
100%.
Got it,
So I've
okay.
seen that so many times, right?
But
so
then
for
that's
me,
a
it's
little
like,
contradicting then. So
Yes.
So wait a minute. So
It is a
are
contradiction.
all men like that?
I don't know.
Because I feel like there are men who
Not
could see a
all
girl in a
men.
bra and it's like
We're
whatever
not
to
talking
them.
about that. I'm
Okay.
talking about.
You are talking about that. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm,
for
that's
me.
what I'm
Talking about her
asking.
I'm not
experience.
talking about that. I'm
You're
talking
your
about.
experience.
I think I'm talking about animalistic stuff. Like I'm
Well,
not
of
talking
course.
about like a man that's like has a spiritual awareness and has like love in his heart. And I'm not even talking about my partner. I'm talking about in general like the worst kind of guys, which I've seen them and I've come in contact with people that could have hurt me, and I'm just like, no. I just see like I think that for me in my partnership, I've had so many experiences where I'm scared. So it's like I know that I just don't want that happening because I feel like human nature is if your ex is hitting you up, your ex probably fucking still has a feeling for you.
No,
because
no,
if I'm, well, what's the question?
If you
I'm
if,
like spiraling.
Yes.
You
So
guys can't
if
let me
you
drink.
are liking a photo of a female on Instagram, is it
You
just
shouldn't
a
be looking
like?
at butts.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
don't
if your
have a-
boyfriend says it's just a like, it's just Instagram, it's not
He
that
would never-
serious. No, I'm just saying hypothetically, what would you react to that?
Well, the
How
truth-
would you react to that?
I
Is
don't
it just
know.
a like? Can it just be a like to
Maybe.
someone?
Maybe. For me, it could be just a like, but like, I just feel like, I don't know. I just think, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
like the way that you say it's so
I'm talking about my
animali-
relationship.
You say
No,
that
no,
it's
no.
so like animalistic, then that means that it's not personal when they're doing it. Like
Yeah.
that to me, like that's what that says to me. Like that's
yeah.
what.
But I think
their
I like
intent
to
is.
think as myself, as an animal, and also a human, and like I like to. I obviously like.
Everyone likes.
It
the
takes a
vibe.
lot of awareness to not be
Yeah.
wild. I don't want to be wild because like I just like I feel like I have a temple within me. But like my fear, like a lot of my relationship issue has been trust because of my past. So I guess like all of my shit about what I'm saying right now is just like from
Yeah.
the past, and I'm just like no, you can't because I just feel like men, if they're doing that, they're probably thinking about other things, and I know myself and how I move.
Yeah.
And I don't do anything right now, but in the past, the way I moved is if I'm doing stuff like that and I'm following my exes, it's not appropriate.
I have comments here about
Right.
the topic.
Yeah. So there was
someone
two questions
says-
though.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No,
So
no, like from
touchy.
you. Like
Oh
in
yeah,
general.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it was the question.
I just want to
question
give
of,
someone
like,
because it's going up, so I don't want to miss what people are
Oh,
saying.
okay,
So really
we'll
quickly,
plug into comments. I'm gonna
so
try to remember.
basically, someone just said liking a picture does not mean you're flirting or like the person like that.
Right.
Someone
I
else
agree
said
with
That's
not all
true.
men think like that.
I agree.
Someone
I
else
agree.
said this is a very touchy subject.
I
to
just-
some. Well, it depends on. The,
I think what I'm saying is
it depends
not
on the context.
necessarily for me. Like it's not about the person; it's about the ass. Like you're liking asses. It's
Yeah.
not the person. Like that's never gonna be the issue. I'm like, why the fuck you think you need to look at asses?
So if it was a
That's
woman in
if
a,
I
in a-
saw that.
if it's a woman, if
That's
it's
where
a
I'm
woman in
different,
a
I guess.
business suit, it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But
No.
if it's been a
Of
woman
course.
half dressed, it would change the
It's
dynamic.
only
of the like.
when
I
a
don't
woman
feel the
is
same way.
scandalously like. Also, that comes from my view of sharing the body, but that's
Yeah.
like personal.
Yeah, because I just recently shared a photo of lingerie of myself, and I feel
and
very
I loved
good about
it, and I
So
liked it, and I
liked
think
it.
I
it's
don't remember,
beautiful.
but I love it because obviously, it's,
And
I
you
mean,
know
I
what?
worked in
When that
lingerie
hap-
for so long, I'm like, boobs and butts are cool.
So really
That's
quickly,
hot.
I'm just going to shed my point of view because I know
I
you have
wanna-
a
I
very
have a lot to
opposing
say.
point of view than me and Sean, so I want to hear it.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I'm with you on that.
That's hot too, though.
I just feel
don't know.
like if I'm in a relationship with someone, I find it inappropriate for him to be liking photos of females half undressed, or if it's a photo based. Because you can take a selfie, but you can tell when a girl takes a selfie, but it's more about the boobs. Or a selfie and it's more about the butt. So yes. And I feel like
Fucking
at least
butts.
where I'm at in my relationship, thankfully, I don't need to say that to my boyfriend
Me
because
too,
he just
now.
knows that. The same way I wouldn't go liking a photo of a guy who's constantly posting selfies in the mirror with his dick print.
Ew.
You know, because that's the same thing.
But like, can we just caption dick?
No, but
print?
100%. Like that's if you were doing that, that would fucking mean something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but dick
So
print-
yes, it's not just a like.
You.
At the end of the day, Instagram,
Yeah.
Can I ask you a
90% of you
question?
listening, you, me, we wake up and one of the first things we do is we check
Have a
Instagram.
question.
So it's very much part of our lives.
You find out your boyfriend's ex is watching his story. What the fuck does that mean? You know what it means.
They want his attention.
And no, not only are they watching his
They
story,
want his
now they're
attention.
watching your story.
Girl, I've
I
been
had to
there,
hit a
done
girl
that.
up.
I don't care.
I've been there,
They're
done that.
fucking
No,
weird.
but you know
It
what
means
that means something. And then the guys like to act like, oh, no, motherfucker. Like, this is an infiltration. Don't fuck with me.
I want to hear Patricia's point of view really, really fast on your boyfriend liking photos of females half undressed. And then I want to quickly
Half
answer,
undressed.
how do you feel about your boyfriends or
Half undressed
girlfriends
is
following
different.
their exes?
This is why I'm so
Following
happy I'm in a
exes,
What,
no.
babe?
That's not cool.
Exactly.
Neither of us should do it. They're exes for a reason.
Bye.
You can't be friends after you saw each other's stuff. Just leave it.
Yes.
When it
I
comes
summed
to
it
him,
up, summed it up for me and for Sean too, I think.
okay, cool.
So we agree on
So,
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I feel like it's just like leave it. We're old enough where you don't need that, and if you needed that, then you need to grow the fuck up.
Just to interrupt you really
So
quickly.
we do agree.
I still.
How
don't,
do you
like,
feel
really-
about, because you're saying you're not okay with following exes, but what if it wasn't an ex but they slept together?
No, that fucking.
Because you
no.
said they
I've-
saw each other's things.
I have let
Same
that
thing. How would you even
I've
know?
let that happen, but at the end of the day,
I'm
it's
sure
just
that's already
like,
happening.
They died out. I don't know.
How do you even know at that
But
point?
what if you're
bro?
aware of this person, like that they slept together? Would
If
you
there's
want
any
them-
awareness, it's the same thing.
I've left it to
Right?
a point, but it depends on who and it depends on the context of it.
Okay.
So if it's certain people, I'm just like, you garbage. Who cares? You know, like I'm just like
Okay.
whatever. Like I don't care about that. Who cares about them? They're disgusting. And if you were to revisit that, it would be an issue. But
Yeah.
you're not that dumb. And I think that when it comes to like liking other people's photos, if he liked people's butts or boobs, I wouldn't give a shit. It's
What? What if it's
because-
someone that looks exactly opposite of you? Opposite. All the pictures are only someone that looks nothing like you.
Like
what does
blonde,
that mean?
like a blonde nipple or a blue-eyed vagina? I don't know what the
no,
opposite of means.
no, like I don't
like,
know.
just like parts.
Someone that looks nothing like you.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I just know that like me and my partner are like I feel like
I'm
I'm more of a
saying-
sapiosexual.
What does that mean?
That means that you're really only attracted to someone by their intelligence. So
Me too then. I'm a
so like
sapiosexy.
body wise, it's like bodies are cool, but I'm not gonna. I mean, like I'm judgy to a point. Like if you're like
So
really
you're
overweight,
attracted
I'm
to
not
the
gonna love it.
brain.
But I'm not. But I'm not super like attracted to just anybody.
Yeah.
Like if, just because like you're attractive
You're one of those
person,
people that could like
you're
like
super sexy.
anybody.
I'm like, that's cool.
if
you're
they're super
attractive,
bright,
but
bright.
I don't. I'm not gonna want to have sex with you
I agree.
or be in love with you. That's like another level for me. Yeah.
I think I needed a few things that I have. I'm grateful for my partner.
I
We've
feel
been
like
through
I'm
many
sapio
things.
or a demi or both.
I'm
We don't know.
talking in context of life.
Yeah.
What if you found a whole fucking stash of pictures of someone that looks just nothing like you? I'm just asking.
Or
like,
even
what
ju-
if
no,
like
just
you-
like
all
me would
of
be
everything-
scarier.
I just want to know.
I think I would be upset. I think I would just be like, what the fuck? I don't know what I would say because we also
interesting.
like don't really approach each other's like private spaces. So like I'm not gonna like look in his phone. He doesn't look in my phone. But I know that he
Same.
only uses Instagram to post textures. Literally textures.
That's
Okay.
hot.
Have you seen Margot's Instagram?
I haven't.
No, but
Oh
what if
my
you had? What if there was another?
There is not even a friendly relation on his Instagram.
Well,
it's
just
literally
to break it to you, babe, he's very rare.
Honestly, Marco's
No,
rare.
I know
he's
he's
so
a
chill.
fucking weirdo,
He
and
saw
I know I'm
us
a
like
weirdo.
honestly.
But that's why I'm a weirdo.
He helped
too, and
us
I'm
so
just
much
like,
one
we
time.
get
He
it.
saw us like flailing, and he was like, didn't even ask if we need help. He was just like, I'm helping.
Yeah, I
he's
like
like,
him.
I'm here.
I like him. Well,
No, he's
so,
so sweet, but
basically,
yeah,
just
there's
to
a
give
difference.
my advice to the person who
There's
asked the
different minds
question.
out there.
I don't know if you guys want to give advice, but my advice is basically, yeah, if you're in a relationship, I personally find it inappropriate to like photos of other people half naked.
My
Especially
advice-
if it's something where it's like you're liking every single
Oh,
photo
a
of
specific
theirs
person is
like
different.
that.
If
Yeah,
you're
there's
just
two
liking,
different
too.
ways.
If you're commenting like,
And if you're
love
doing it to
it.
someone who you've had sex with,
It's not okay.
that's at that point,
So,
to
because
me, that's like cheating.
It's
No,
cheating.
that's a
It's
fuck
not
no.
cheating,
You
but
can
it's
follow
like a
each other.
pathway. It's
You
like how
can't
you remember
like
when
it.
your parents said like don't kiss, it's like the pathway to sex, or like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
don't do weed because
Right.
you're gonna be a crackhead. Like
Don't hold hands.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yes.
Don't hold hands and lead to sex.
I was
Yes.
gonna do that to you.
That's
So
it.
yeah, I agree.
But
You don't
listen,
put
I have
yourself when
advice.
things happen. More often than not, people put themselves in situations that lead to things happening.
100%.
So it's
And
just
I want to
being
say
mindful
one thing.
of that. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that you need to be careful, whoever this is, about how you
Your
bring it
hands
up,
are so
and you need to
cute.
do a little bit of
This is so
research on your own. Come here, you need to don't do what young women I used to do and just fucking freak out. No, you watch for a week. You just watch everything that's happening, and you say, I'm fucking taking survey, and I'm fucking building a list, and then when you do go, you go, huh.
we just had like hand sex on camera.
Yeah, I don't know what that felt good though.
That was a
What you
moment.
do is you just
There
be
people who
like,
like a hand fetish
hey,
because
you just
just
watch
withhold
and then you
everything.
wait for the moment and then you say,
Screenshot.
I don't know, you either drag it out of them like Patricia does with I'm good at doing what you do with like information
Oh, like with
in all
laundry?
aspects of my life.
You just slowly drag out what actually matters.
I get
to
all the
them.
information from everybody.
And you
very
figure it out.
slowly.
It
by
may
the way.
just be timing.
What's the question?
No, someone else sent another question.
Oh,
Right
boy.
now? That one?
No, earlier today.
I'm down.
So the question was, bye. Good night, guys.
Bye guys. Go more Mondays. Every Monday at a Real Spicy Radio, 12 to 4 p.m. We love you guys. Ba 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 ba.
We're gonna have to have them on the show one night. Bye.
Shout out to the shooter Dave. We're about to put those photos up. We're gonna tag him in a link below.
I'm gonna look so bad
At
with,
some
like,
point.
5 chins.
So I have a good answer for this question.
And Elvin, that
But
can't handle that. Sorry,
This
go ahead.
question is it okay if your boyfriend is it okay if your boyfriend follows a girl who he used to talk to during a breakup?
Wait, what? Who he used to talk to during?
Is it
what?
okay if your boyfriend
No.
follows
Thank
a
you,
girl
Alvin.
who he used to talk to during a breakup? Thank you.
No.
Thank you. Elvin gave us French fries.
No.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Like yeah, like if you have to speak if you have to speak to them, your mind's obviously not in the right place. If it's during a breakup, like you mean like a periodic breakup?
I
where
think
they're
that's-
So
coming
this
back?
person is also somebody that I happen to know.
Yeah, I need context.
They were broken up for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
No.
Wait,
Absolutely not.
Go
3
back.
weeks?
So
Go
this
back.
is the story. They were broken up for 3 weeks. They both agreed that they needed some space to figure out what they wanted to do because they were looking to buy
That's
a
okay.
condo together. So they were like, let's take a break, right? So the following
Sorry.
day, he
Okay.
went somewhere with his boys, and a group of girls came, and he met a girl there that they happened to have conversation all night, and they connected or whatever.
Okay.
And the following week, they went and had dinner. But he tells her nothing happened because shortly after they got back together. But these two people follow each other on social media.
They can
Well,
no
that's
longer
not-
follow
that's
each other on
different. That's
social
not
media
an
according
ex-
to my rules.
That's not an ex-person per se, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I haven't been in that situation before to really know what to do.
Is it just a
I think- I
tri-state
think
area
I would-
Latina thing?
I
What
think
the
I
fuck
would
is
be
going
upset.
Shout out to Hispanic Heritage Month!
Gang,
I
gang.
think I would be upset, but I don't.
My opinion
It
would be the
depends.
same as Sean.
It depends.
If you started dating someone, no matter how long it was that we were broken up for, if we
Yeah.
get back together,
Yeah.
because that person came into the picture after,
Yeah.
during our breakup, I feel
Yeah.
like the only right thing to do would be to.
No, you're
You know.
right. Actually, you both are right.
You
I
know?
think and that's when I would probably talk to you guys. I'd be like, this is happening. But no, that's definitely right to just be like, I'm done with this. Fuck
Right.
that. And also, we're not in high school anymore.
Somebody said, "What's with
I feel
these
like when
rules?"
people-
No, so I want to
When
tell
people
something.
These are not rules. That's
It's
the
not
thing.
rules.
When you're an
These are
adult,
guidelines
these
for
are
us.
boundaries.
Yeah, these are just our boundaries.
These are our personal
So
boundaries.
I read something like a Frida Kahlo thing today. My aunt posted, and it was like all these things. It was like, I will never ask you to be with me. I will never ask you to forgive me. I can't remember the exact thing,
Right.
obviously. I will never ask you to support me. Right? And at the end, it's like, because if I had to ask you, I wouldn't want to be with you in the first place.
Yes, bitch.
And that's the fucking point.
That's
If
how
I
I feel
have to
about my
fucking check you,
relationship.
the reason why I'm so upfront with the rules is because if I have to fucking honestly, if retroactively check your shit, and I can't understand why you did it after the fact, like say something happens that I can understand, then fine. But if I don't fucking retroactively check you, I am just leaving you with no setup for success. Like I have to tell you what I expect. And that's
Yeah.
just my fucking rules. And
No, you should always have boundaries. And
yeah,
that's
and I've had a
important
lot
in
of
any relationship.
all my relationships I've been cheated on once.
Someone
and
is saying that this is a form of insecurity.
it is, and you
No,
know
it's
what?
not.
But I
that's
don't-
not
I
the truth.
disagree.
It is. No, I'm gonna
I
say it is
disagree.
on one side. It
I
can be
disagree
looked at
too.
that way, but what I just said with the Frida Kahlo is actually the opposite. This is what I'm trying to say. It
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be
yeah,
looked
yeah.
at for you as
But just the
insecurity.
rules, I guess.
And what I'm saying is like it can be for you insecurity.
No, it's not
But I'm telling
insecurity.
you, for me, these are our boundaries. Like this is my boundary.
Exactly.
And if you fuck, I told my partner up front because I love him so much. If you do these things, I won't fuck with you because that's my boundary, and
Yeah.
I have to create those rules.
Right.
That's my business, and
But
I've been with
also,
someone
like-
for the longest.
Well, someone
ever.
said, I always felt like if
I don't
someone
know.
can take my girl,
You
she
know?
wasn't mine
But
to
I've been
begin
with
with.
someone.
I get this.
Well,
If
no-
someone can take my girl, then she wasn't mine
That's
to
the
begin
other
with.
side.
I actually spoke about that today. I feel like
I agree with that too.
it depends how you look at it. But I feel like at the end of the day, it all means the same thing. Because yes, if someone took your girl, that means she wasn't yours to begin with. But there was a moment in time where you thought she was, right?
And but what I'm saying is if the person is yours and they leave, then that's fucking, you need to let them go. I told also my
Yeah.
partner
Yeah,
when
I
I met
agree
him,
with that.
with all
I agree
those
with that
rules, I
100%.
said, I want kids in this many years. I want this, and this, right? I said all
Oh,
those
wow.
rules.
You set
And,
plans?
Yo, I swear to God, there was
No,
one
you
day
mapped
he
that
made
shit
me
out.
feel so much love that I had
Yeah.
to tell him everything bad that I felt. And I was like, I'm so in love with you that I need you to know that if you don't want to get married, don't fuck with me. If you're going to hurt me, don't fuck with me. If you're going to break up with me, don't fuck with me because I'm going to fucking kill you. And on top of that, and I'm dead ass. And I said, and if you cannot agree to
Yeah.
this at any point,
I trust that.
do not lie to me. Tell me. You can break up with me.
Yeah, but you say that right up front. So
no,
it's
I said it
different.
up front. But what I also tell and I remind him is if in 10 years you feel differently, none of this will be a problem as long as you tell me.
Yeah, but you see, someone
know what I
said
mean?
all these
He
rules
can leave
are
at
like
any point.
a leash,
Well, of course.
No,
and
it's
to me,
not.
that's
That's
again,
their business.
when you're
That's
looking at
fine.
these things as rules, that's the
Exactly.
problem right
I
there.
wouldn't
They're not
want
not
you to do
rules.
this to me either.
They're
Like, I
boundaries.
feel like it's
Exactly.
inappropriate,
And if you
it makes
just if you
feel-
go in a relationship
what do you
and
say?
there is no
What do you
boundaries,
say?
if you're in a relationship and you don't set boundaries, then everything is just like a free go.
Yeah.
And in a relationship, nothing should be a free go.
wanna hear
But
what
what
she
we're trying to say is
Well,
that
it's not
yes,
about
there are
being a-
boundaries, but we shouldn't. What we're saying is we shouldn't have to tell you what you should already know.
Yeah.
That's true.
These are
and
basic
my
things.
approach in
Yeah.
everything is to tell people up front.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it came from. I told them everything I wanted. And I said, if you don't fuck with it, just please leave me alone. And
Yeah, like,
he
everyone
stuck
has
with me. That was
boundaries.
his business. He stuck with it. I gave him an option. I said, this is what you're dealing with. I'm always going to grow. I'm a fucking powerhouse. This is what it is. And there's a lot of issues. And a lot of time he has to tell me, yo, you're bugging. And I have to, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
So with all these rules, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
But I am committed to this person. And we're building a life that I'm so thrilled
But I
with.
don't like referring to them as rules.
It's not rules.
I feel like
Did I
they're
say rules again?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
At the end of the day, they're
Boundaries.
actually just like really good intrinsic boundaries. I think
Rules
that,
are
like,
not good because I'm a rebel
yeah,
too.
I
don't
think
like
that
rules.
too. Like your partner should know, like if you say a certain thing that really pushes their buttons or it makes them feel bad.
Right.
And it's not even about saying like "fuck you" and get your shit out of here. It's literally just like, hey, if you tell me to do something a certain way, that's gonna make me feel bad about myself, and it won't
Right.
make me feel empowered. So
Yeah.
cool. You don't
she has a
you
better way
respect
of
each
saying
other's
it.
boundaries to a point.
But that's what I'm saying. They're boundaries. They're
See,
not
I
rules.
say some things really
Yeah.
well, and
Because
she's
if
saying
I
this
tell
so well,
someone,
better than me.
hey,
I
Same
can't even
way,
say this
though.
because I'm so passionate.
Because
Yeah.
at the
No,
end of the
I
day, the
agree.
questions were, would you feel comfortable with your partner liking photos of someone else on Instagram that was consistently half naked? If I tell you that and your
That
response to
wouldn't
me is,
bother me.
I don't like rules, then we're just on different pages.
Yeah, no, it's
and
not
different
about
levels of like understanding what is appropriate
that
and inappropriate
means.
in a
Yeah.
relationship.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and at that
And
point,
there's
that's just
a
not the
huge
person for
difference,
you.
too.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a huge difference of understanding too. Like like if you're with a certain person who doesn't want to even participate in social media versus someone who wants to participate and only likes certain things, and some guys who only like certain girls and other guys who only like all the girls, like there's so many different levels of different people of like what they like and what they don't like, that you can't assume that just because one person likes one thing, that's who they are.
I have to say another
Yeah.
thing. There's some people that I know, my friends, like they're just couples that like they both are sexy and they both post things, and like I have friends that honestly, so let's talk about my friends. Like I have beautiful friends. Sometimes Jay would be like, "Oh my God, Ashley posted this picture. I could never like it, but it's beautiful," because he's just joking. But he's
that's
like, "I can't
different
like this because he respects you.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel comfortable having seen you and liked a photo online because he loves you as a
Yeah.
person."
They should like it.
And that's
I
how
don't see
my
the problem
partner
with
is.
it.
But
And
that's
I
ultimately
really
what the point of the
appreciate
question
that.
is. Liking it can send a message.
And also
It
sometimes when
can,
I like,
but if it's a friend, it's okay. I feel like
No,
I
it's a
have
friend,
like
it's okay.
my boyfriend's friends will like photos of me that are like not
yeah, I think
necessarily
when
all
it's your
covered
friends,
up.
it's definitely
Yeah.
And I
different
feel
because
like they're
my-
not my friends, but I know that this guy doesn't have any ill intent. I think
Okay.
it's just like, hey, you go, girl. Like,
I have a good
it's
question to
positive.
piggyback this. Real, please let me ask. My friend's wife, 2 kids, fabulous life, like they're beautiful. I love them. But something took me aback. It was her 30th birthday, and she posted a picture, right, with all the balloons on her They built a fabulous house. Like she's a nurse. They're civil servants. But she was in like this fucking see-through lingerie, and I would
Excuse me?
no, like, but like you couldn't see her like, but it was just like panties and a
But like for
bralette with
everybody
an
on
open-
like Facebook,
2
like,
kids on Instagram, 500 likes, husband, kids, and I'm just like on the bed, but like this, like, and I was just like, I would never do that today.
I mean, I would keep that photo, but I wouldn't.
but like, is
post
that
it.
appropriate, Ashley?
I would put something covered up. just
Somebody
so that they
really
photo-
quick-
I'm
quickly.
just curious. I don't know.
I don't know. I think
I grew up
for
in
me,
a very like
I don't
modest
like
way.
to be. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I'm gonna repeat it all the time. Everything in the middle. I think you
Right.
could be.
I'm in the
I
middle
have.
too.
I'd be a hypocrite because I post sexy photos, but also I do find like I can put 2 girls in the same setting and have both of them take naked photos. And because of who they are, you will perceive them differently, because I feel
Yeah.
like you can see, let's say, Kate Moss, high fashion model. Most of her shoots are fucking naked, but
Mm-hmm.
it's done in a way where it's very graceful. Rihanna posts photos all the time
love
in
them.
lingerie, and it's done in a very
I
graceful
agree
way.
with you.
So I feel like all in
So it
context. If
depends
it's a
on how
girl
it's
in
taken. You're
lingerie,
right. It's not about
with
the
her
person.
legs like wide open,
Exactly.
that changes the vibe of the photo. But if
You're
it's
right.
her with her legs closed and you kind of get a
And
sneak
all that
peek-
was to say
I think it
was
depends
that
on the person.
what I told Jay was like, you can like pictures of Ashley. That's what I was trying to say. Was that
Yeah.
I was like,
Right.
it's just Ashley. Like these are our friends. And then sometimes with posting, sometimes like I'll think about like, okay, I don't know if a lot of people think about this. I'm just like, okay, who's looking at my photos? My past employers, people I might business partner with,
Right.
people that don't like me, people that love me, my
Right.
fucking pastor, my
But mostly
pastor,
like people.
my
I wanna
boyfriend's
ans- I
mother.
wanna answer
Like, what
some
am I
people's
gonna like? I
questions.
don't want them all to see everything. So that's
Yeah.
my personal perception.
But that's
And
what
then-
makes you Shanti.
Yeah,
That's just
your-
me.
and that's what
Yeah.
makes me Ashley.
Exactly.
We go about our
I don't
lives
judge everyone,
differently.
and
Yeah.
I love
I
sexy
think that's
pictures.
the important thing. It's not to
Yeah.
judge people. At the end of the day, I just want to
Exactly.
chime in
I
on one
agree.
thing you said about
No,
the
go ahead.
person you were talking about, how you said she's a married woman with kids.
I just want to know what
cannot-
people think.
I know, but I just want to say for the record, just because you're a mom,
That wasn't the point.
I know, but people can take it otherwise.
Well,
So
that's
that's
why I
why
want you
I
to
need
prove
to
me
add to
wrong.
it.
Tell me.
I've proven it by doing it. By proof,
Tell
I'm
me.
a great mother, and I post half naked photos sometimes.
But do
And
you?
that-
It wasn't
I
like
do.
this though. This I have to show you so you can tell.
So
what
show
I'm-
me.
You would never.
But
do
I just
this.
feel like if
She
it's
would
done in
never
a
do
graceful
this.
way,
She would never do this.
being a mom should never be a factor. But somebody did ask. This is a
She would
funny
never
question,
do
and I
this.
have a feeling I think I know who this is asking these questions. But it says, "What if he doesn't actually physically like the photo, but likes the photo in his mind?" And I just want to
I
say,
don't know.
I just want to
I'll be
say,
like,
in our
that's his own
minds,
personal problem.
But that goes back to a very
Exactly.
fucked up Latina that rule, which
I don't
is
care.
No.
don't let me. No,
no.
I'm talking about my rules. What I grew
I'm
up
Latina,
hearing.
so I know that rule you're about to speak of.
But
I
I'm
don't
saying it
find
goes back
to
to
be the same
a
thing.
fucked up one. I'm saying it was fucked
But it
up.
doesn't mean that we all think the same way.
Were
No,
you gonna
what
say?
I
Tell me if I
learned,
was
what
wrong.
was it?
What were you gonna say about
No, say it.
like as long as I don't find out, kind of?
What
thing?
I was gonna say, the worst thing in the whole world. It goes back to that. It's like if as long as I don't find out, and that's not okay, and that's not how I feel.
But I don't feel like that's the same as if it's in your mind.
But it's like you will never find out.
Because like you said, we're
I don't
animals.
care.
But it's different
I think
if
that
as if
every
you
person
physically
is-
do something and the person never finds out, as opposed to it being in your mind. Like you said before, we're animals.
But you're saying
right?
if it in your mind, it's okay.
You never. There's no
That's-
way to
but
know
that's
if
what
it's
I'm
in someone's.
saying.
Yes,
It's the
if
same
it's in your,
thing.
no, if it's in your
So
mind,
I
it's
think that
okay.
I'm-
That's what I agree with
Yeah.
you. I'm saying I'd rather you do that than do something and me
Yeah.
not
I
find
think
out
that
or
I'm
find
the
out.
okay,
middle
okay.
I'm saying you're
person,
putting me in a place
honestly,
where I could
middle
never
of the
find out
road.
about that.
I am
I was
so
saying,
middle
like,
of the
that's the
road
one
right
time.
now, and I think it's because I am also Latina, and I think that like,
Yes, obviously.
yeah, well,
People
I
don't
think
know that, babe.
How? I mean, I don't feel that way. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I apologize. I see you that way. I apologize that I didn't.
I push it to the point where I'll be fucking sassy enough about cleaning up after yourself, but I think that too. I think that too. Like my partner would never do certain things, and it's only because of his mindset.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that I would
True.
be okay with certain things to a certain point because I understand that we both understand each other to a certain point.
Right.
Like I did casting and dressing and videos and photos of girls in lingerie for years. There's plenty of reason for him to be like, is that what you're into? Because I'm definitely not just hetero. Like I do what I want to do, and I'm not sure what that is yet. But I think that seeing so many naked chicks all the time, just like how do you not have those doubts for him too? Yeah, so it's about like not just having those thoughts, it's about putting them in place. But then
That's
understanding
exactly the
what
difference.
putting-
It's having
but
it in your
also-
mind, but then putting it in place is two different
Right.
things.
yeah, but putting them
then
in
there's-
place could be different things. Like me
Yeah.
casting girls does not mean that I'm attracted to them. It means
Of
that they're good for
course.
this piece.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it could be also that I'm attracted to them. Like you don't know
100%.
that. So it's kind of convoluted when you think about it that way. That it's like kind of layered.
I definitely
so
know.
layered.
I definitely
It's so
know.
layered.
You can't say
who-
like is like, hey,
I'm gonna
thumbs
play
up. You're
devil's
really good
advocate real
Wait,
You're
fast.
really good
ahead.
at putting a thumbs up of this a bra that's really cool versus someone who's like really hot in that bra.
So I know who this person is that's asking all these questions.
Who is it?
So this is one of our very good friends' boyfriends. So I have a question for you, since you're in the chat, guys, because it's making it seem like we're putting rules and stipulations,
rules,
and
we're
that's
just talking.
And again, it's like because he asked after that, do you want your boyfriend to be upfront or do you want him to front? And it's like
I
if
want
you have,
boyfriend.
No.
it's all about just simple respect. If you
you
can't
also
have
have,
a place where you create boundaries, then what's the point of being
But
in a
also,
relationship?
And I said 5
honesty,
times. I told
like-
him he can tell me, and he
Like,
doesn't
at
have to be
zero
with me.
ground level, if you have honesty like day one, then you don't have to worry about their comments being dishonest.
No,
or
I disagree
honest.
because
No, but
people change over time. So something
100%.
that worked for you at one point may not work for you 3 years into the
Yeah, but
relationship.
I agree with
evolution
that.
of comments is different than evolution of your relationship.
Yeah, I guess.
I agree with that too. And
But
I
what I
want
want
to
to
say,
say
I want to
is-
say one thing.
Why? Okay.
Go ahead.
I
But-
wanted to just
Because I can answer what that person's saying.
Well,
Go
what I
ahead.
was gonna say was because Carolina, I can see that she's like agreeing with a lot of what her boyfriend says, which is
Yeah,
great. I
that's
love you
fine.
guys to death.
You guys should be together.
However, but she's basically saying, from what I'm taking of it, correct me if I'm wrong because you're in the chat, so you can do that. So
And I
she's on
love-
board with like, I guess, creating rules and all this sort of stuff, which are really boundaries
Yeah,
when
setting healthy
when you can
boundaries.
understand that.
Yeah.
But so she's basically saying she doesn't have a problem with her boyfriend liking photos of females on the internet and blah 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 blah, which is
That's
fine.
hot.
So now for me, this is the way that it works for me. Like you said, if it was, let's say, my boyfriend following one of my good friends, let's say a person like myself who posts naked photos, fine, I don't care as long as you don't like it. Because like you said, Jay loves me too much to like it because it's out of
Right. He's
respect
just
for
like,
me
it's
and for
weird.
you. But I don't mind that it pops up on your timeline because I know
No.
that already you know this person is my good friend. So I already know that there's
Exactly.
that
That's how I
wall of
feel.
respect, right? But so you're saying you're okay with your boyfriend following females who are attractive and posting photos of attractive photos of themselves and him liking it. But to play devil's advocate, babe, because I love you and I just want to have a good conversation, you're not okay with your boyfriend following your friends.
Me?
No, Carolina.
Oh, I
So
don't know
that's
anything
like a
about that.
different dynamic for me.
That's weird to
my
me.
friends to me
but
are.
I get it too. That's just a different iteration.
different
But
dynamic.
I would rather my
to
boyfriend
me-
follow
It's a
my
completely different
friends.
dynamic.
because I trust my friends. So
But
that
that's
means you.
exactly-
To me, it means that. So like, okay, if it's a friend I don't trust, like I have certain friends that I don't really fuck with. Like I know that they don't really like me. They just like are a little bit
sketchy.
like.
Then those aren't friends.
Little
They,
babe.
no, not friends. I'm saying
I was like,
people
those are
that
not friends.
try to be like in conversation with me that I know they just are more curious and like bewildered or like want something.
So they're sus.
They're
Like,
sus.
really weird.
And so those people know. Like we have conversations sometimes. Like me and my boyfriend, we're like, cause even my boyfriend mad close. They'll be like, like this is fucking weird, you know? And we'll be like, that's weird.
Weird.
Right? But I want to say something like, the thing about it is that it's like something that we both agree to, right? So every relationship is different. And
Somebody
like,
said something that I want to
sometimes-
clarify that you said, because she did clarify that. Because someone said I have friends that I don't really fuck with. She clarified that because I had
No,
to
it's
ask
not
you that
friends
too.
that I don't really fuck with. I'm saying people online
Associates.
that will no, not even associates. People that want to like
friends are different
online
than acquaintances
follow
and
and like
associates, like-
kind of like we don't talk to them, we don't see them, but we know them. We might see them at an event or we might run to them in a group dinner, but we don't fuck with them. And it's like that's weird. Like what is that? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
why
yeah.
are you so interested? And like it's not something that we're like. It's just like if something very. I think I'm a unique case in where I've been in the city my whole life, like you guys. Actually, not a unique case for some viewers. Was like I've watched people for a very long time, and a lot of those people are still in my life, and a lot of people are in the periphery, and it's very calculated who's not in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. And that's my fucking business. And me and my partner agree to everything. And I also told my partner he has a clear out. And that's it. Like he knows and I know I'm so confident and whole and I really mean it that I know I can be left tomorrow. He can break my heart and I'll be fine and I'll find love and vice versa. But my thing is with him is that if you don't want it to go there and you don't want to lose me as a person in your life, this is the stuff that would
boundaries.
fucking break my heart.
Yeah.
And if you do this, I'm
You set
done.
healthy boundaries.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
You just want to respect
and that's
that,
my
yeah, that's
business.
fine.
And every
But
relationship can have their
but
own.
what we were talking about was the difference in like having your partner follow your friends who may post certain photos as opposed to liking photos of people who
but
post
I think
the same
it's
kind of vibe.
arbitrary is what I'm trying to say. In every relationship, it's going to be different.
Different. Yeah.
That's I
yeah.
think the point is that it's an arbitrary point. Like he can like you, I love you, like my sexy ass friends.
But like you
I
said, it's
know you
because
guys
you-
I know your relationship. I trust you guys.
But that's what I was gonna say. It for me, it makes it different because there's already built trust, as opposed to
Exactly.
someone who I don't know, who doesn't owe me anything.
Yeah.
right.
Totally
That's what I was trying to say
different.
about the
As opposed
periphery
to-
people.
Exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
why are you
So
liking
my
that photo? I
boyfriend
don't
can
even fuck
follow
with that
all my
person.
friends. You know, if it's someone like a
Me too.
homegirl who I'm not necessarily close with, obviously I would appreciate if you just tell me like, hey,
Like,
your
who
friend
is
followed
this?
me. Do you mind if I follow her? I just it's a common respect, right? But I would not be okay with him liking photos of girls that I don't know on Instagram.
Same point.
Posting,
Same.
you know, their ass and their titties. Because like I said, there's, you know, I'm a girl, you're a girl, you're a girl. Guys don't understand girls know girls.
Exactly, and that's what I
Girls
was trying to
know
say about the
girls, so-
ex-girlfriend watching the story. That's
Yeah.
not fucking innocent. I don't watch my ex's
weird.
story. That would never
Yeah.
do that. Fuck that.
I agree. I feel like if
Yeah.
I have no business on my ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend's page, like they have no business on mine.
And I like to
Our
think about
business
it.
is done.
I like to think
Yeah.
about it only in context if I break up
When
with
you're
my
done, you're
boyfriend right
done.
now. If I was to break up with him for whatever reason, if I was looking at my boyfriend's page, right, my ex-boyfriend's page, it would be weird. It would be because I'm still in love.
Yeah.
Or because I fucking want him, or because I fucking hate the girl. That's it.
Yeah.
I've had partners who
And I don't do that.
who have, I wouldn't say followed, right? But let's just say like their ex would look at their stories, right? And they'll tell me, well, my point of view is maybe one person might look at their other ex's page just to even see where they're at in life.
I
Not
had
because
that
they
conversation
even want
too.
them anymore.
Remember I told you me and Shayna had to tell Jay, no.
Yeah,
Remember?
many people do that.
No. We both, me and my friend were like, another friend who has a completely different outlook on life was like, no, that girl, if she's looking at your story, is weird. And then you know what happened? 3 weeks later, she shows up to my place of business, and then I have to hit her, and she don't say nothing. And then I have to hit her up on Instagram and be like, hello, check your inbox, check your inbox, check your inbox. And she never did, and she never showed up again, and she disappeared because she had bad intentions, and I'm not fucking dumb. And
Energy
that's
is real.
why everyone's so scared of
Energy
me.
is real. So I have to see, somebody said what I was trying to say, Carolina, which is why I brought you up. Why does the trust only apply to certain things and not everything? So you
I
should
don't
trust
know.
your friends following your boyfriend or vice versa. If you trust that, you know, other girls are on his page that are not necessarily people you know. But that's just my opinion.
It's just
you
like
said,
our opinion.
everything
We're
doesn't
talking
work for
about ours.
everybody.
We're not saying what's right and wrong.
And then someone else
We
said,
love each other. We're all different.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about the show.
Like,
is that
that's
the three of
poppin'.
us are so different.
And we
So
inspire
different.
each other to change
Yeah.
our perception
The
sometimes.
whole
Yeah.
idea
Like
is
now
to
I'm
have
like,
conversation.
very
talk
different
to Jay different about
relationships.
cleaning.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
whole idea is to have
We're all in different
conversations
relationships too.
with different
Yeah.
opinions
Different
because
people and different
maybe you might
relationships.
change my opinion. I
Exactly.
might change yours.
You
You
guys
guys
changed my
might
mind twice
change
tonight.
ours. We could change
Yeah.
yours. Whatever. So
Maybe we change your mind about butts. I'm just joking.
So maybe leave us a Google Voice message about it.
yeah, and then someone just said, I can only speak for myself. I think before social media was a thing, I would not go chill with my boy's girl if my boy wasn't there, just so that I carry that same thing on my gram. I just don't really care to wake up and see what my boy's girl is doing. So why is it okay to not, why
That's
would you
weird.
not want to see what your boy's girl's doing, but you want to see somebody
This
else,
is weird.
what they're doing, who happens to be a female? I would rather see someone who is actively in my life, who I'm going to see on occasions. If
Yeah.
my boyfriend is dating this girl for a long time and you're a good friend of mine, that means you're
I
going to
have
be
a
part
perfect
like, if
example
you're
of
in my
that.
life for 10
Like
years,
Harry
that means
today.
Jay's in
Harry
my life
came
for
here
10
to meet
years.
me.
So you're relevant,
Right.
to me.
Listen to this. So Jay and I have friends, Harry and Sasha. Jay and Sasha, they're all friends, Jay, Sarah, and Sasha. Jay and Sasha's work is aligned. They're both in craft and antique and jewelry, right? And whatever. And me and Harry, we're both in restaurants. He has meat, I have fucking
But to
restaurant.
specify, Jay is her boyfriend.
So Jay's my boyfriend. Harry and Sasha are dating for years. Jay is my boyfriend for years. Same amount, 5-year relationships. We're really close. Me and Sasha are fucking tight. Sasha goes to Jay's studio all the time. Harry came here today to have a meeting with me about a Thanksgiving thing today. That's appropriate. It is in context. And it is for every single situation. And it is per relationship. There's no judgment.
Right.
It's just like, I could say like, and Jay could like, Sasha one time posted a naked picture. I don't give a fuck.
Love
like
that.
because the trust is there. Because the foundation of trust is
right.
there.
Like we all like this.
Yeah.
So he keeps
Yeah,
chiming
it's
in
like
on
a
the
random-
chat.
Going in.
Yeah, so he said, I don't have my friends' girlfriends' numbers in my phone. But that's a different conversation.
But that's
Social media
also
is
different.
so light. So just because you have someone on social media doesn't mean you have to have their number.
Phone number
right?
is so different.
And I think my
That's
boyfriend
so
feels closer to
weird.
him. We're like, my boyfriend feels closer to that. Like, I don't fucking, like, why
Phone
do you
numbers?
have, for me with men, but also, like, I don't really like
But
having
that's
a lot
like me
of
having a
connections
problem with
men.
you following
I don't.
Andrew. That's like weird to me.
And that would, that is weird. But then in that case, then why would I know your boyfriend? Like, if you didn't want someone to know, then your boyfriend, they wouldn't know your boyfriend's Instagram.
Exactly. That's how I see it. I feel like if
And
I
if you're
don't-
close
I would
enough that
like
I know your boyfriend's
photos, your
Instagram, or
boyfriend's
you
photos,
posted
your
it,
baby's
like,
photos,
then
all your friends' photos, your whole family's photos, my own photos, my boyfriend's photos. Like, I feel like it's just
it is what it
we
is.
all know each other. We respect each
Exactly,
other.
which is why it
that
makes
if
it
I were
different.
to
I would
like
much
or go
rather
to that
follow
level,
Jay,
then
let's
you
say,
would know.
Yo, my
versus
auntie-
a random dude and
Yeah.
see his life who I don't know, who I don't
Yeah.
care about, who I'm
Yeah.
never gonna kick it with.
Right.
But as opposed to Jay, who's like, for instance, we're gonna have a couple's Thanksgiving, and like I
Yeah.
want to
Right.
have you guys there. So it's like Jay will be around.
And
He's-
yeah, and Harry
So-
and Sasha and
That's
everyone.
where-
yeah.
And
that's where I
Marco.
would like everything, and that's where I don't see a problem with that. I
Exactly.
would
But that
follow
is
everyone's
one
boyfriend.
It's just everything is contextual.
Yeah, I
guess.
Contextual, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
how you
yeah,
say
yeah,
it?
yeah.
No, yeah.
Well, I will say, if you have friends who you like, if you follow your boyfriend's friends or you follow your girlfriend's friends, how do you feel about DMs?
So my boyfriend feels differently than me because like nobody DMs me inappropriately because it goes to some other place I can't see. But he'll be like, why am I DMing you? And you know what? I was like, why are you saying that? But honestly, I would do the same thing. You know what I mean? And everybody that DM is people I work with. I think it's weird. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, I
have
don't
homegirls
have an answer. I'm fucking
Who
jealous because
will
I
write
know.
to my boyfriend about if he posts
know
a video
my
of
life.
Mika or he posts a photo of Jeremy, and my friends will write to him and say, "Oh my God, Mika looks so cute" or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess things in context is
difference.
fine.
I mean, but I do that, like, and you do that probably, like, if Jay posted, Jay never posted because it's a business page.
He
but, like,
never posts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if
Yeah, my
you
boyfriend
did,
never posts
you
either.
would put hard eyes on a picture of me.
Of course.
Or if I had a
Right.
baby. So, like, yeah, I'm not going to fucking be like, oh my God,
In
hard eyes on a
context.
picture of
Everything in
Andrew. Like, that's
context.
weird.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's
That's
awkward.
fucking strange.
But that's
And
why
also, like, I love
context
that. You're
matters.
wearing
Exactly.
a Sean shirt.
Because
or
it's like, okay,
something.
Like,
they sent the
you
message,
know?
but what did the message say?
But my boyfriend would also never post a shirtless picture because that's his personality, and that's why I date him. So if I dated someone who always posted Speedo pics, obviously I'm
love
into
that.
Speedo pics and I want my fucking ass out. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I could be that person, but I'm not. That's not how my heart feels. That's not what I am.
Yeah.
I feel unsafe. I'm from a city where, like, I feel like I've learned a lot. I have a more masculine view than most women, and I think I conduct myself in a different way, and I don't feel good. I want to be able to fucking know my exits and fuck someone up if they fuck with me. And usually it doesn't happen, but you don't know what I'm thinking about, and that's just who I am. That's how I was raised. I was raised by fucking men that were scary. And that's just what it is. And then a woman that was very spiritual and lovely. Sorry.
So at the end of the day, given all the questions we answered, I think we all can agree, even though we go about it differently, setting healthy boundaries in your relationship, whether at the beginning or in the middle, wherever, is okay. They're not rules. They're boundaries. We're all human. We all grow over time. Some things we're okay with at one point, we may not be okay with later. So, but then if you do feel like you're in a relationship where someone's putting you on a leash, then
That's not healthy.
you're not in the right relationship.
That's not healthy.
But boundaries and setting boundaries is very much, in my opinion, okay. I don't agree with liking naked photos on Instagram of stranger girls. That's my opinion. You guys might agree, disagree. It is what it is. I think everything in moderation. And I don't know what comments you're reading. There's so many comments.
Someone just wrote, "Damn, am I property?"
Yo, you guys today went
Y'all
off on the
bugging. I love you.
comments.
Property and boundaries.
Listen,
Fuck that. Don't
I'm
give me a
just telling
rule.
you, I don't fucking
I'll
want you
deal
to
with a
follow
boundary,
me.
though.
At the end of
It's
the day, everyone is different. All relationships work differently. So it's just more about, at the end of the day, when someone has a different opinion or a different approach in a relationship than you do, it's all about having common respect. Even though you don't agree, you still have to respect that that's a person, that's a human, and what works for them may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for them. So different opinions are good. They're healthy. They give everyone a different perspective, a different point of view to see things. We learn from each other. So I had fun today talking about all these
Me
fun
too.
things.
Yes.
Thank you for
Yeah.
the guys and the girls who sent in questions
Thank
into
you,
our Google
guys.
Voice number. We'll see you guys next Monday, realspicyradio.com. Do you guys want to say anything else?
No, just join us next
I'm so
week.
happy. Thank you for all the engagement.
And shout out to
Yeah.
everyone who tuned in today and every day and every episode. We love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, guys. We appreciate
It's a
you.
blatant thirst trap.
802-455-8350 is the number to text us or leave anonymous voicemails for the next episode. Thanks, and we'll see you guys on Monday next week. Mwah. Good night.
Bye.
Mwah. Bless up, y'all. Thank you, Elvis.
Shout out to Six and Caro. Yes, we're gonna have you guys on board for a relationship segment.
Oh my God. I would love to question you guys because maybe you can help me. I'm never married to anything. I'll tell you how I feel.
Yeah, you're open to change your mind, which is good.
I gotta walk away from the mic.